sih ya nggak sih? 32%.
25 aja tuh udah gede tahu.
25 gede sebenarnya benar.
Iya,
Tapi ini
ini
pemain yang selalu pasti ditunggu-tunggu sama penonton semuanya, yaitu dari Edward Gaming dari Asia Timur. Ada ZMJJKK atau lebih tepatnya lebih dikenal dengan Kangkang. Dengan average combine score yang bahkan lebih gede lagi, jauh banget sih.
Ini kalau dipanggilnya sama orang-orang abang-abangannya dari Edward Gaming.
Abang-abangnya Edward Gaming, jadi dia yang kayak yang punya gitu. Dia yang manggil-manggilin nih, lu ikut gua aja ntar. Kalau ada soal 4 batang kayu. Iya gitu ya.
Ini pentolnya.
Nih. Ini tapi emang si Kangkang ini gua pribadi ngeliatin dia main itu juga kayak terpukau banget. Karena dari segi playstyle-nya, dari segi aim-nya, itu emang pure mechanic skill yang kita jarang banget lihat ada.
Lamka tuh.
Tentunya kita akan melihat nanti dia beraksi karena ya, kita tahu itu jadwalnya kan ya. Tapi ada satu pemain lagi nih, Derek dari 100 Thieves yang tentu dari segi statistik nggak kalah sama yang lain, bahkan headshot percentage-nya aja lebih gede dari Donasi. Menurut lu gimana nih si Derek yang ini berarti mereka making a comeback?
Dia udah live report.
Tai lu. Jangan dong.
Edward versus
karena
bukan Edward Gaming ya.
Masa iya? Spill istri katanya.
Ya Edward lawan 5 kah?
Halo Mer.
Ini berarti salah satu.
Emang ada yang namanya Edward Sel?
Ntar aja bro. Ini belakangan aja.
Nggak boleh mati duluan.
Jangan dikasih. Berarti dia nggak boleh main duelis. Nggak boleh main inisiator.
Tapi
Nunggu si Genkai walkout.
Gue pengen lihat Benkai.
Ntar aja lu masukin, ntar aja ya. Gue percaya deh sama lu ya.
Emang ini udah di
Beberapa pemain yang hari ini tentunya.
Itu sih udah
dong.
Iya si Zar itu anjir.
Apa? Di crowd-nya kan dari pertama sampai beres kan.
Kok bisa ada Zar ya?
Ada 2 minggu nih kita di Champions.
Hah?
Ada Zar?
Biar
Itu di channel
siapa?
yang itu.
Zar bis.
Dari segi player review ada beberapa pemain.
Tahu lah.
gimana cara?
Ya kan
Timnya
itu
bubar.
sebelum itu
Timnya bubar ya?
masih ada yang bingung nih.
Haik bubar.
Sama ini format kita
Emang Haik bubar? Kagak anjir.
Bubar. Lu sekarang buka IG Valorant Esports ya.
Oh iya, udah bubar deh.
Baca.
Teman-teman semua di rumah
Ada beritanya.
mengerti apa itu format dari Valorant Champions Instant.
Suaranya kedengeran gak sih? Di
Mana suruh ya?
Anjay.
Halo Riot. Kalau strike channel ini tai lu.
Genkai. Jing.
Bawa apa tuh Jing?
Papan tulis. Oh, gue tahu tuh.
Gua dokumen negara.
Jangan nih. Udah bawa-bawa.
Udah,
Mami.
Mami Pro.
Oh,
Udah ini ya yang di Halo ini ya.
Aduh ini gak usah ditonton lagi guys ya. Aduh.
Tai lu.
Aduh, ini sakit hati ini anjing, sumpah gue lihat besok anjing kayak tai banget anjing.
Gara-gara si
Kalahnya nggak ke expect gitu.
Ini
Mana
datang
nih
nggak
Valorant? Gimana?
Kayaknya gue pindah ke Valorant 2 aja.
Sama gua Marcel. Ayo Marcel sama gua yuk. Valorant 2 yuk.
Kalau busuk gini orang-orang
I'm going to narrow it further. I think he's the best dive player that we have playing at the global stage right now for the VCT. The way that this guy plays on the Raze in particular is
Jing tuh umur berapa?
incredible.
16
The
ya?
coordination with the team is great. For a long time,
Oke,
we
lu
defined them
19.
by kind of the duo of Forsaken and Jing. But in
Enggak,
Copenhagen,
ini dia
it really
masih
was this guy
bocah aja.
taking that starring role. He
Tuan
created
Jing
so much
daripada
space for his
Jason.
squad, but in doing so, he's never overheating. He's never going to.
I've always
Coba ya.
looking at Raze players.
Tua
been
anjing
I
aja.
feel like this person just they're so good, but they're not quite as good as Bunny was when he was on his prime at
Sure.
F4Q. Bunny was always kind of like the de facto Raze
18
player.
itu tahun
I
lalu.
think Jing might be the person who finally has taken up the mantle. He's just so incredible. His movement is
July
incredibly
29
clean. But just like, he's the best Raze player.
I mean, we talk about Jing being the dive player, but can he be out-dived Achilles? Is EDG the team that can
Bang
out-Jing?
Siput kemana Bang Siput?
Possibly. That's about as close as I can get because ADG kind of toes the line. I would say they're somewhere in between DRX and PRX. Their aggression is so similar to PRX, but they also play together like a team, and they don't have to necessarily rely on one person to hard carry, much like DRX. It's
Bingung gua.
a bit of a
Gak bisa denger anjir.
dia ketemunya sama tim-tim yang
Tinggi,
masih struggle tapi
Tapi
lolos
serem gini
gitu
ya,
kan.
Dik, ya.
Oke, so itu format udah jelas. Sekarang tentu kita
Apa
akan
sih lu pada
melihat
bawa yang
bracket-bracketnya
map-map
itu
gede
sendiri
gitu,
teman-teman.
apanya?
Siapa aja akan bertanding,
ini
siapa yang akan
mousepad,
melawan
anjir.
siapa di Champions Istanbul kali ini. So sebentar lagi kita lihat dan tentunya pada nggak sabar sama yang hari ini nih ya. Hari ini itu yang paling atas nih yang baru kalian lihat sekarang ini di layar teman masing-masing. Pertama kita akan melihat PaperX melawan Edward Gaming. Dan nanti kita akan tutup hari ini dengan Leviathan melawan tim Liquid.
Walaupun
Ini
nggak
dari
bisa dibungkus
4
juga,
yang lu lihat di
kenapa
layar
harus
ini yang
dibawa
mana bisa?
di packaging gitu?
Bukan prediksi ya, tapi lebih kayak lu sukanya yang mana sih?
Masalahnya
Kalau
udah
lihat
dua-duanya
dari
nih bawa
tempatnya
yang
gue
sama.
punya favorit nih.
Bawa amplop yang sama.
Gue suka banget sama gameplaynya itu tim Liquid.
Oke, silakan dijelaskan dong gimana tuh?
Merindung, ayo guys.
Karena kalau misalnya ngelihat dari yang di tim 4 ini, kalau gue
Coba
ngeliat
pindah
tim
atas
Liquid
nih,
itu playstyle-nya yang mid-rounding.
Pindah aja.
Kita pindah
Bisa pindahin kotak.
I
Punya role-nya.
see. Oh jadi dia start slow ya, pelan-pelan.
Makin lama game berlanjut.
Marcel,
dia
bau
lebih
tai,
bagus.
Marcel.
Itu yang akan kita saksikan hari ini dan kita lanjut sekarang ke
Bau
grup
tai, ini
B
Marcel.
di mana? Ini nih, ini yang bakal ditunggu-tunggu sama semua yang nonton ya nggak Jaya. Ini ada Optic versus Boom Esports, kemudian
Gua
ada
ada sih.
Zeta
Iya,
versus Loud.
pakai
Dan
jersey
ini
PaperX
Boom
kali ya?
Esports kayak
Gil.
ketemu sama 3 finalis di Masters Reykjavik 2022.
Langsung diuji.
Gimana nih menurut kalian gimana nih kira-kira Boom Esports ujiannya?
Nih, saya pendapat jujur apa pendapat
Jujur
bohong
dong,
nih?
masa iya kita bohong?
Kalau menurut gua
Kirim-kirim
karena
foto.
tadi itu boom itu masih yang pertama kali kan, jadi harusnya menurut gua boom akan lewat lower bracket sih majunya sih.
Tapi
Anjir.
itu kita lihat besok.
Kita
Masih
masih masuk lah, tapi masih masuk.
Masih masuk, masih
Kopium,
masuk.
masih
Alright.
masuk. Kopium.
Grup C, kita akan melihat sang champions dari Masters Copenhagen, yaitu FPX
Ayo,
melawan
pindah ke
Crew
Valorant dulu,
Esports
kan?
yang selalu hadir by the way di VC.
Main sendiri lu.
Kemudian
Ini
nanti
ADG
akan
kenapa
ada
dua-duanya
Exet melawan
potongan
Sersia
Agri
juga.
ya?
Ini harapan dari Asia Pasifik juga
Itu nasar dari
berpotensi
mereka
ya.
nasar.
Sersia ketemunya sama champions yang kemarin plus ada si Exet.
Kenapa?
Ini hope baru
Kenapa
dari
mereka
NA
berdua?
juga nih Zar ya. Dan
Iya,
tentunya
karena
terakhir
mereka lolos
ada
champion
grup
bang,
D
lolos champion
yang juga nggak kalah seru tentunya. Ada DRX yang selalu kita anggap sebagai tim terkuat di Asia akan bertemu sama Furia. Dan tentunya Fnatic akan ketemu sama returning contenders yaitu 100 Thieves. Mereka balik lagi, 100 Thieves ketemu langsung sama Fnatic.
Pada lihat di mana dah anjing nih
Kalau
orang-orang.
lihat dari bracket
into this. And not only that, they're playing PaperX first, and PaperX were an amazing team back in Copenhagen. So there's a little bit of pressure, but I also want to see if Concon feel the same way. 你觉得有压力吗？
Mereka bajunya kayak
唯一
bobo
给
ya?
我带来压力，可能就是第一次线下可能会有点压力吧，但其他给我的感觉就是还好，就没有让我感觉其他那些选
靠没有救我也行
带来很大的压力。从目前来看吧，就是他们不能够完全粉碎我的意志，
Pindah sendiri gitu
我
aja.
并没有觉得特别大的压力，只要我们做好我们的，我们就能行。
Concon says that he feels a little bit of pressure in case there might be some nerves on the day, but he doesn't think that any teams and players here are going to be doing too much to challenge him, to actually make him feel like he's under pressure, because he has a lot of self-belief in himself and in the team as well. And Mimi, I think that's what we kind of expected Concon to say.
Yeah, the confidence is everything for this team. And Concon, for you, your style that you guys play, it has so much inherent risk. And it worked so well for you guys at that East Asia LCQ, running down pretty much everyone in that tournament. But now here on an international stage with so many fantastic teams, do you think that same style will be able to match up?
秘密想问你，你们打的游戏的那个风格是很狂的、很疯的，在亚洲的时候，这个是很顺利的一个风格，别人不知道怎么对付你。但是你来到 Champions 以后，在国外的欧洲、美国的这种对上，你觉得这个计划还是能成功的计划吗？
我觉得应该是能够成功的，但是他们可能会反应的更激烈一点。就比如说我们在亚洲打 LCQ 的时候，他们可能没有及时的去处理，及时的去处置我们当时做的很多东西，但是可能欧洲、美国的玩家，他们那些选手，他们可能会做得更好在这些上面。所以说，但是我觉得还是有作用的，因为可能。虽然说战术上面、游戏理解上面可能不如他们，但是我觉得我们的枪法上面也跟他们差不多了。
He said back in Asia, when they were playing the style that they were playing, it was difficult for other teams to kind of stop them. They didn't quite know how to play against this. But when he's going to go up against teams in Europe and North America, he feels like maybe they have more experience, they might have an answer for them. But when it comes to firepower, they feel like they're pretty much equal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, not only, nobody, is this your first tournament where you guys are playing outside of your home region, but it's also your first time getting practice outside of Asia and being able to scrim international teams. How have you found the practice thus far here at Istanbul?
这个问题是给你的，Nobody， 你们也是第一次出国训练的，不是第一次出国比赛，还有训练的。你们训练的怎么样啊？哪个队你们在一起在训练？你觉得国外的队是怎么样的打法的？
我们有打过 Optic 和 Accent， 然后我个人觉得就是在我们快的这种打法打到他们队的时候，他们会比较有应对的方案，就不会像可能亚洲队有的时候来不及应对我们这种快的打法。所以说，我觉得我们来到这个冠军赛，我们需要在打法上更加的多变一点，我们不能一直打我们快的节奏。
你们已经找到了怎么对付那样的地方吗？怎么变的地方？
对，
找到了。哦，很好很好。He said they've scrimmed Optic, they've scrimmed Exit. They found that when they're playing their fast-paced, like crazy style, Optic and Exit clearly have a plan. They know what to do against that. They realize now they have to change, they have to evolve a little bit. But the good news is they found the answer. They know exactly what the next evolution of their team is going to be.
Tahu satu hal gitu ya, biar dia menang ya.
Like this team getting even better, I think it's going to be a bit crazy. But thank you, Mimi. I love the questions. 谢谢康康，谢谢 Nobody. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to throw this back to you guys. Well, they scrimmed the NA teams, Achilles. They admitted they scrimmed Optic and Exit, and they found that the NA teams had actually more answers for them than the East Asia ones.
Well, the thing that gives me some faith is that they said that we have figured out the next stage of evolution. We have determined the future of this squad and what they're going to be running, and I think that they can really react quickly and make these micro adjustments because the team plays so well together. So if they make something happen on a macro level, I think they'll be able to really manage it individually incredibly well.
And I think that is one of the advantages you come out of playing in a region like East Asia, where there's not a huge amount of competition that is really testing them. You don't have to as much as some of the other kind of regions where the competition is.
Kalau kalah ente doang.
Coming to this event with new ideas, with new prep, and be showing them for the very first time.
There's going to be a lot of double gaming going on today, guys. We're going to be going very, very fast. So I'm going to let you have a break, gather yourself a little bit, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Paper X and EDG.
Pegang mana nih? Paper X apa EDG lu? Nah. Kan gue nanya doang, bagus mana?
Wah.
PRX Teknik Energi. Paper X kah adik-adik?
Marcel mesti punya segmen. Gimana tanggapannya, Caca?
Kenapa?
Gimana tanggapannya?
Kenapa tuh?
Kenapa tuh sebelah?
Oi, jadi dibeliin jersey nggak? Oi, Marcel.
Oh.
Udah 2 tahun anjing janjiin mulu. Parah.
Iya.
Andai udah dibeliin kan Caca bisa pakai ya.
Ayo, sorry.
Gak usah sih.
Ngomong doang itu.
Sorry.
Masa Caca pakai jersey Onyx di Master?
Gak apa-apa lah.
Harusnya beliin boom dong.
Beliin Paper.
Caca ngasih boom ya? Caca dukung boom tapi pengen Onyx yang menang. Iya. Dia bilang itu di live chat lah.
Beli dong.
Masih di Cirebon, sorry.
The results are now in, and I can now reveal that you guys over on Twitter, the big brain analysts over there on Twitter, voted for many guesses. Oh, Asia. Wow.
Anjay. Asli ya lo.
I'm happy.
50% anjir.
Joy at that reaction. It's going to be so so exciting. I think what makes the
Iya,
Asian region
adik-adik.
awesome.
Preks sih.
Saya
Asia Pride bro. Wah,
Ayo
tumben tuh
banget.
bocil NA.
Iya bocil NA hilang semua ya.
Iya. Bisa optik lu tuh.
Tapi ada EDG sih emang kocak. EDG gokil.
Have come over here to Istanbul with one goal in their mind to win the title and take home the trophy. Without further ado, it's time to kick off our event. Day 1 of Champions starts
China ya,
right
bukan
here.
Hong ya, Taiwan.
Taiwan udah pulang.
Taiwan.
Keren ya anjir. Riot the best.
Ya, sama-sama.
Orang pada kenapa ya?
Sinematiknya gokil anjir.
Filmnya bagus banget loh.
Iya filmnya keren sih.
Bagus banget.
Niat banget ya kalau bikin ya.
Asli film aja.
Iya.
Wow.
Ini aja CG-nya aja gokil banget anjir loh. Maksudnya bikinnya bisa secepat itu loh. Niat banget.
Anjing keren banget ini.
Duh aja.
Kayak animasinya ini apa sih?
Wow.
The Incredible ya.
Gokil sih. Woi.
Gua kira Benkai anjir.
Bukan Benkai ya?
Emang iya.
Benkai anjir.
Bukan.
Tuh, Benkai.
Benkai.
Benkai itu.
Tapi di animasi sih.
Mukanya Benkai banget sih.
Di animasi.
Iya.
Ya, tapi tadi kayak bagus banget.
Ya namanya juga gambaran.
Gambaran dong kan, bukan langsung orangnya kan.
Iya.
FNS. Benkai.
Gokil, Benkai dipakai mulu sekarang ya. Jadi icon mulu anjir sekarang.
Kan dia berani beda.
Iya.
Enggak ada.
Aduh, landaknya tumpul.
Itu Shefrin lagi watch party.
Beren lagi podcast deh.
Manual aja manual.
Manual aja guys.
Jadi sendiri aja nggak apa-apa.
Tambahin aja
Iya.
cap Sonic di sebelah.
Pialanya sih asik keren anjir.
Pialanya kuning tuh.
Iya.
Ada warna.
Sama kayak di ininya kan, pialanya harusnya.
Nah,
Ini ya, ini filmnya ya?
Siapa nih? Yey.
Bukan.
Nggak tahu bapaknya siapa.
Tonton aja lah, tonton aja.
Brim gak sih ini?
Bring. Nikmatin aja keren sih.
Lu yang bikin ya?
Pala lu. Mana bisa gue bikin begitu aja.
Tarik gitu.
Iya, headsetnya dibikin sama. Headsetnya tarik banget.
Itu headset ini kan, headset Sony itu kan,
Iya,
yang jadi ini
jadi sponsor.
sponsor.
Juva bikin giveaway.
Juva.
Pisaunya pisau river baru tuh anjir.
Halo Juva. Halo Juva. Halo.
Syutingnya baru banget berarti ya?
Halo. Nomor rekening itu 604 3915.
Ngapain tuh, mau ngapain?
Wow. Wah, apa iya?
Goyang dut kokom. Apa nih kokom?
Masa bapaknya meninggal?
Bukan lama lagi.
Jangan dong.
Party dulu kita guys. PRX menang, aku terakhir belajar tuh. Banyakin belajar.
Taksi.
Apa?
Bahasa Turki kayaknya mirip.
Marhaba.
Suaramu kecil.
Queres uma história de fantasma?
Ini apa ya?
É sério. Muitos anos atrás, todo mundo estava encoberto pela escuridão. Havia uma serpente. E ela se chamava Boi Iguaçu. E a serpente comia animais. Devorava todos os seus olhos.
Yang pas ini keren sih animasinya.
Se tornava mais brilhante. Até que um dia acabou pegando fogo. E até hoje
ada babangkul
toda a floresta. forma de olhos flamejantes.
Bukan babangkul.
Boitata.
Boitata.
Yang Brazil
a moral
itu
da
ya.
história é não comam demais.
Botak.
Meu Deus. É o boitata, hein?
Suara gua masih kecil muka.
Udah. Gua gedein. Tadi gua kecilin semua. Tadi gua kecilin.
Kalau mute lebih pas.
Gua kecilin semua tadi. Ini loh anjir banget ya. Animasi omennya anjir gokil banget coy.
Omen. Omen.
Keren anjir.
Sekarang dia namanya.
Boitata.
Ganti nama Omen jadi Boitata. Lu pertama kali Liwe.
Lu kesini sama siapa lu?
Lu sini sama siapa lu? FNS jadi patung gak tuh?
Fines.
Silverman anjing.
Anjing.
Di perempatan bangsa.
Tai.
Pak, joget-joget.
Fines. Anjas. Kalau optiknya bagus juga ya.
Dulu apa? Pak kalung optik gua pengen anjing.
Bagus ya kalungnya ya?
Pengen
Anjir. Keren coy kalungnya. Tapi for second nggak kelihatan. Tumben nggak?
Nanti kan nggak harus langsung.
Nggak, gua tadi nonton nggak ada sih. Tapi nggak tahu lagi. Ih. Babang.
Batasi siapa sih namanya?
Kelas.
Oh. Minecraft kah ini? Ganti game kah? Alfajar.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Udah ada Alfajar, kapan ada Al-Suja?
Siapa?
Ardis.
Iya.
Ardu. Kayak Ardu.
Bapak banget anjir.
Bapak.
Kasihan lah muka lu.
Kenapa anjir?
Enggak. Kan udah tahu dia bawa bapak. Ya enggak lah enggak.
Boster. Aja.
Ya makasih.
Ya makasih.
Tapi dia cocok banget ya kalau main film ya. Ininya ya.
Booster dia kayak siapa Spiderman.
Iya, jauh iya. Posturnya juga anjir.
Sisi. Kalau orang
Wih.
Minecraft.
Ada Babang Scream.
Sisi. Kok gak ada paper sih? Mana lah?
Sabar.
Kayaknya yang juara kemarin ini, Bengkai. Klasik.
Ini harus jeli mata lu ini.
Yang ini nih, wih anjay.
Iya anjay.
Keren, Cok.
Tonton. Fokus.
Oh,
sesekeri, Bos. Raja terakhir nih. Kapung Cup. Asik. Bali. Ada telur.
Gua fanboynya Bani loh.
Keren ya. Bisa masuk ke sini aja udah seneng gak sih anjir? Wih,
kenapa track gitu ya?
Anjing.
Loh nggak ada loh ini for second nama Aaron.
Ada.
Main freak for second. Tapi nggak ada tadi.
Nggak ada tadi kan?
Jadi ini dah background. Jadi background.
Yang cepet itu tadi yang
bisa jadi yang di time lapse-nya ya. Nggak kelihatan kocak. Nggak kelihatan anjing. Harus di post dulu kali satu-satu ya. Scream aja.
Beda-beda kali besok.
Scream ganteng banget katanya. Bisa.
Ganteng Ior anjing.
Gimana kalau Ior sama Kacok masuk gitu ya? Gokil tuh mungkin. Bagil sih itu bet. Iya.
Saingan sama Bewokan Scream.
Tapi si Blaze King kelihatan kurus banget aja tadi. Iya. Iya lagi bagus banget badannya.
Mau dicolok ininya.
Nah ini nih.
Wah.
Diam semua. Kencengin ah. Semuanya diam.
Budek gue. Mantap.
Oh, enggak usah.
Yang labil.
Ini apaan?
Nyalain panggung.
Panggungnya nggak dibedain ya sekarang.
Iya, ya sama ya kayak yang kemarin ya.
Panggungnya enggak, maksudnya panggungnya sama.
Paper. Kayaknya seru kali kalau naik skateboard gitu.
Anjir.
Kan ya waktu itu si Benkai yang pakai gitu.
Meluncur jauh tuh ntar. Leviacha. Boom e-sport anjir.
Yang hari ini main ini.
Ini yang main hari ini dong ya?
What a good looking stage and a good looking group as well. Let's jump
Ini langsung crowd juga nggak sih? Ada crowd juga ya?
matchup.
Full crowd nggak sih? Playoff dong ya? Dari playoff. Tapi panggungnya sama kayak yang ada crowd kemarin kan?
Bentuknya
Sama ya bentuknya?
And I mean that's been such a great map for
Wah,
PaperX.
mainnya di
They do get rid of that one. I'm interested what PRX banned because they
fracture.
Karma split. Instead they'll get rid of fracture in this one, which is interesting. It's a great map for them, but same
Asen nggak sih?
of EDG.
Yeah. Go by all means. I was just gonna say like this was an incredible map for them.
Asen kan? Oh, Pearl anjir EDG. Wah.
I mean, what
Nggak.
how can you even prepare for this?
Waduh.
EDG go
Ini
and
anjir.
out the gate. Their first international
Sumpah sih.
ever, and Pearl is their first.
Pertama langsung keluar Pearl loh. Gokil EDG, Cok.
Absolutely crazy. We're talking about it in the lead up to this. Pearl's available. LCQ teams limited time to set up and prep this map. EDG say screw it. We are
Langsung keluar.
confident in our abilities. We played this as
Safe start nggak ya? Langsung keluarin start sih. Gokil sih.
What PaperX respond with here after seeing Pearl being picked right off the bat.
Pasti ada safe start dikit lah.
Gone here, and it looks like it is gonna be the ice.
Yeah, Icebox is a bit of an interesting one for this team.
Map 3 apa di Adick map 3.
Back at Copenhagen, but they'll pick into it here for EDG. It's a map that they're willing to play, but I've never really
Masih ada Breeze ya? Breeze.
As far as their win rates are considered, granted, they don't have that many plays, on all these maps, so it's a fairly limited pool, but they have a 73%.
Breeze Asen.
If I'm PaperX, Haven's available. That's something that right now EDG they're on a 55% win record. That's 18
Gokil
wins
sih.
and 15 losses. I would have
Ambil Pearl
Yeah, it's
gokil
interesting
banget.
too, because that map, the compositions that EDG run have felt a little outdated from what other
Oh, ada
teams are
menyerang,
playing. Again, they're very
anjay.
willing to define their own meta, but
Ada menyerang.
not to see that. Ascent will go away. Copenhagen, that was an excellent map for
Ascent
PRX. So
Asen ya?
again, it is a
Udah
little
pasti.
frustrating. It doesn't
Berarti
get
last
gotten rid
mapnya
of there for EDG though.
That's the thing that's so puzzling. to me,
Fracture kan
because
Fracture kan di ban. Ini Breeze di ban.
Oh, Breeze di ban.
Di Heaven ya? Heaven berarti.
Breeze di ban di mana sih? Breeze jadi Breeze ban jadi ban.
Breeze di ban. Di ban goblok.
Ya, dua orang tua ngomong ya.
Heaven.
I think when you're going up against a team that can be a bit of an unknown quantity, it's really good to get rid of that map.
Tinggal lihat Pearl-nya sih. Kalau Pearl-nya menang EDG bisa susah. Penentunya di Pearl-nya ya. Ada.
I feel like they have to have something new prepared for Haven that
Fear self-deathless,
changes their
fear
previous
Noah.
playstyle in order to warrant this being
Jason
left
maka
over.
make
Yeah,
Phoenix.
absolutely. I think overall with this pool, Pearl is that first map. I'd imagine that, I mean, first of all, it's just absurd that that's where we start.
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm just wondering, what does PaperX pull out here? Because they've always been a team that's willing to be that kind of meta innovator, try things out. Even if they don't quite work, they'll make an attempt at it. And
Oh, happy dong.
I don't see that one coming, but possible? Sure.
We will see. We're gonna take a quick break here so you guys can cool down a little bit from the fact that we're gonna be seeing Pearl right after this. But stick with us. Like I said, we're gonna go straight to Pearl after this.
Oh.
Hari-hari break.
Bro. Lah break lagi.
Ya kan udah biasa anjir.
Sudah. Ya.
Ini siapa anjir ganti nama nih? Fanboy Bunny.
Wah, salah sama Liquid. Kayak begitu.
Bani gua.
Apa Max Bang salah? kemarin kalah sama Mac. Bang Gil kalau watch party banyak juga yang nonton.
Gimana dia?
Itu
di mana?
Inza.
Ini udah dulu banget.
Sedikit rap ini kursi doang apa ya? Apa sama ini mejanya ya?
Wow. Wow.
Ya Allah, secret lab ya Allah. Ganteng.
Belilah apa sih?
Wow.
Apa sih?
Nah, kursi gua masih enak yang dulu.
Belilah 7 juta doang, belilah.
7 juta anjir. Gua kursi 3 juta jauh masih mikir aja.
Wow. Salah 3 tahun ke depan. Bisa lah.
Kalau 3 tahun lagi bisa sih. Kalau sekarang mah jangan aja.
Yang curu sekarang juga siapa? Salah 3 tahun ke depan.
Sekarang masih ada kursi aman. Belilah murah itu. Bacot tuh Ivan. Sini DC. Iya Ivan Cek sini ke DC.
Nama Ivan Sek.
Iya anjir. Kok. Aduh. Masih put kemana ya?
Lagi nonton Excuret ya?
Iya kayaknya. Kan si bocil Excuret.
Ah, bocil inspek memang.
14 detik nih.
Wow, murah banget.
Apa itu?
Ganti anjing itunya. HTML-nya lu ganti babi. HTML-nya lu ganti babi.
Hari-hari
Murah banget ya?
inspek.
Murah banget secret lab.
Inspek mulu kocak.
Coba reload CTRLR.
Keluarganya secret lab 4 juta gitu kayak minimal. Beli gua kalau 4 juta.
Ayo, siap-siap entry.
Yo entry.
Entry Fragger kah?
Full screen, mohon maaf.
Ya, buffer aja.
Apa itu buffer jelek? Nonton dong.
Full screen.
Nonton dong, di Lamka dong. Bantu kayak view gitu. Show. Jing gitu doang aja. Rollnya banyak juga ya.
Smile.
Rollnya dia banyak aja.
Kok dia controller sih? Kok dia
Iya.
bisa controller?
Iya, rollnya banyak ya.
Kong.
Ya, first
Bener
second.
banget. Itu cara bacanya kong.
Anjay, duelis murni coy.
Iya, duelis dong.
Padahal dia main chamber juga.
Iya, padahal kan main chamber.
Oh iya.
Wah, kan kayak ini.
Sentinel Initiator.
Anjay, the fun.
Benkai mah.
Malaysia, Filipina kau tahu?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Wih, aja. Wih, cool banget ya. Dingin.
Ya,
Abang
anjay,
dingin.
dingin sekali.
Dingin sekali.
Ada top G. Dingin sekali. Smogi.
Anjing. Jadi Aladin dia babi. Jual es krim ya? Yang jual es krim. Es krim Turki anjing. Alex. Ini mau.
Kalau tangannya udah.
Udah.
Benkai anjir tadi lu.
Enggak mau.
Benkai anjir.
Enggak.
Tai banget Benkai anjir. Jin kulpet ya, iya.
Geleng-geleng.
Enggak.
Tai banget.
Pada pakai geser ya saya sekarang. Mana kok belum ada?
Kan mereka
es krim Turki
ya.
set.
really interesting because we've never seen this map played yet at this level, and we've already heard. I mean, EDG, they were saying in interviews that at least for Kong Kong, he's going to be playing an agent that he's never played before. I'm expecting something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly something that we didn't anticipate at all, but hopefully this
Kursinya bagus anjir. Emas-emas gini aja.
Apa tuh ngomongnya? Break. Apa layarnya begitu?
Dekat banget ya monitornya.
Be victorious. Life and Smoggy, they both kind of overlap a little bit. Smoggy's most played.
Jadi kayak tukang bajai anjir. Dapai.
Not played really any games officially within the last 90 days. It's something around 10 maps that he has been played on, but he has been taking a very flexible role, showing things like Fade, KO, Chamber as well.
I mean, adding on to your point, Mimi, in terms of Kong Kong saying that he's going to play a brand new agent. To give some context, it's basically not Jet's Chamber.
Keyboardnya HyperX semua.
Yeah, so just not those four.
Yeah, you expect something fresh. It's going to be interesting to see what
Iya
that
kan,
is.
siapa tahu nggak cocok kan.
Expectations for what we're going to see out of these teams on Pearl. I think from what I've heard and kind of thought about thus far, there's two solutions. One is you go beyond heavy on this map, you play that like you go in that standard. The other direction, I think
Cosplay Davai nggak ya? Cosplay Davai parah.
bringing Astra out for global utility on
Iya, kalau Davai udah lama make.
and I think we're probably going to see two different solutions for both.
Benar-benar.
The primary gaming agent selected. Jing is locking that raise. We have the Viper on one side and I guess a Fade coming in for the other. We do. And Kong Kong is playing Chamber. He lied to us. He lied to us.
At least for now. There's a
Chamber.
There's a chance we see it later, but he's going to be sticking with.
No duelis.
I wonder if this is a product
No duelis nih.
having like him. Maybe the plan was for him to.
Tapi dua smoker
But because of the
make sense sih.
substitution,
Kalau per
sends him back over to the chamber.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the B side is really tough without the save.
buat nutup angle-angle nggak sih?
They do have
Smoke-nya.
in the mix. I think this map will play similarly to Icebox site over there, so it's great to have Divide on that role. Fade Raise as well. That's kind of what I was expecting most teams to go with. They have the Astra as well. There's a lot of awesome combo potential with this composition.
I mean, they decided to stick with what they're good at. Forsaken on the Chamber, Jing on the Raise, Mind Freak on the Astra. This is kind of the composition that the agents they were playing at Kilios that got them to the grand finals of Copenhagen.
Yeah, it's a curious thing. I would love to say this is how I think this is going to play out. This is what the focus is going to be. It was so difficult to say, just given that we have never seen this map, and I'm so excited to have its world debut in competitive play.
And it should be noted, PaperX decided to start on the attacking side of this map. Thus far, I think we've seen it generally be a little bit stronger over on the defense for a lot of teams. So
Yo, PaperX yuk, bisa yuk. Anjay.
with these executes, with that Raise in the Fade going on in, it's a heavy initiator composition, and as always with this team, it's heavy.
Bisa PRX.
Can't wait to get into this one, and it's time to pitch this over to your casters. Oh, you gotta be joking me! It's Sideshow and Bren.
Wih, pakai final mouse ya? Ini, si Jing.
Entire series to kick things off at Champions 2022. This is it, Josh. The culmination of the entire VCT year starts here today, and PaperX and Ever Gaming. What a matchup we've got here to really just kick things off.
You couldn't ask for anything more exciting. The debut match of Champions. You've got the debut of Pearl happening here as well. The debut of Edward Gaming. There's so much new stuff to dig into right now.
Ior was party di Bali ya? Si Ior.
Udah pulang kayaknya.
Udah pulang di Semarang. Tuh, udah masuk di.
No mistake about it already. See the prowl of the boom bot all being sent into the A side, but that Viper Orb just stopping them.
Si Talita kan Semarang.
Late lurk through into mid.
Tetangga gue itu.
Sure that the space is regained as well. You can see it's going for a bit of a split now into art.
Fokus wah.
Udah nonton nih. Timing, timing anjir.
A battle being taken, Smoggy! You're getting 3 in the mix.
Wah, double pick anjir.
Unheard of. They've already locked down just the one extremity. There will not be a spike.
SMACD yo, SMACD.
Left down to Benkai. That 1v3.
Bang Dre kan gitu, SMACD.
Kelas Benkai dikasih McD doang ya.
McD.
Back lagi please. Back lagi please.
Balik nih. Wah, nge-scan dia. Mid-nya dong.
Dipotong nih mid.
Potong nih gelatnya.
Was aware that there was a player ready and waiting, bit of a noise bait. But only around 20 seconds to work.
Jaganya bagus banget anjir.
Nobody's gone back to check A, and it's just left this angle through A link.
There's enough chaos that's been sown. You're right, Josh.
There's 10
Plenty of
seconds
openings here.
15 detik coy.
Main bengkai, main. Satu main.
Nggak bisa nih.
And the reposition from
Ente,
nobody
ente.
is so clean.
No plan.
The ghost headshots coming through there from EDG and setting them off amazingly to start things out in Champions. This is a team, Brent, that no one really knows what to expect. You've got to think Paper X are massive favourites in the match overall. You know, Paper X are our second place team from Copenhagen. They're always better at every event, world-class team. And EDG, yeah, they stomped the East Asia LCQ and they clearly have talented players, but there's just still so many question marks, so much mystery. And that will calm the nerves a little bit.
Pistol win sets them off on a beautiful start. Consider the circumstances. Little util combo. You can see that was a seize into the fragment. Off to the side to see if they can catch out one of the players.
And also that Smoggy involved with it too. They're getting kind of involved in these set plays. Clearly hasn't pushed away their preparation. To begin with.
Players cutting up the angles though. It's Paper X who are taking names, taking weapons as well, working away. Alleyway. They are contained though. Bit of damage being done. Pulled apart. Feels like in that middle area because they know exactly where the positioning is. And the Spectre in his hands. Okay, he needs to watch that. He heard. Obviously that rendezvous in play for Sacred ended up teleporting right to the top side of things. He's got the spike in his hand as well. So
he's gonna get a free
Tapi kayak gak ada senjata gitu sih.
I just don't see a way that he's gonna be able to win. There's 0 bullets in the head. He has to push deep here. He's in a 1v2 where he has no clutch to only having a classic. So being able to get a jump on somebody here and find a timing on an A anchor would make this round winnable. Unfortunately for him, there's nobody anywhere close. Look at the positioning of Chishu and nobody miles away.
Iya, tinggal plan ya harusnya. Tapi ya gimana, angle-nya banyak cuy.
It's not really a safe plan position either.
Ya, ente.
See all the noise that he's making. That's a clean up.
And both rounds have ended in the same way with nobody
Lumayan lah nyolong
pushing
juga.
into a clever
Iya
position,
lumayan.
allowing the
Buat
player to get
ikut
the
sih.
plant off and clutching it out. These EDG players are not
Oh udah beli OP tuh lihat.
That would be such an unfair
Kungkung OP anjir.
Nobody in particular has been extremely impressive when I've been watching it in terms of how he positions himself.
Oh yo.
Agree more with that.
Oh, there's Kang
What's
Kang,
up? What's
definitely
up?
the most
Line.
excitable player on the team, getting into it already and picking up an operator.
Karosi.
OP demenan, anjir OP dia.
It's not gonna spot him out.
Ketahuan gak nih?
Side this angle, it needs to be watched.
Ah nggak kena.
Wow.
A little sidestep. Now to use
Santai dong ya.
through a bit of a jiggle peek, but that was a jump peek from
Jiggle-nya
Forsaken.
kenceng banget.
Shot still being found, and yeah, Kang Kang is going to be unrelenting with the positionings that he's taking. He's going to make sure that he's punishing you. Don't expect those risky plays. Though these guys are on top of it all.
Yeah, already managing to get past the trademark as well. And Kang Kang's picking him off.
Absurd performance.
Susah nih.
Absolutely
Ah,
absurd performance.
bonusnya kena loh.
Bonus round going to be secured.
Bonusnya keambil coy.
You look at the starting lineup as well. They're not playing with life. They're playing with Smoggy in this lineup.
Yeah, a player that hasn't been playing with this isn't a long-time substitute. This is a new addition, but it's Kang Kang that brings out this bonus round. Basically the only player that had a gun.
Oh, Kang Kang OP-nya imba ya,
But
anjir.
it's so aggressive and active. I think the percentage play in those kind of rounds is to try and get one and then drop back so you don't lose
Langsung time out anjir.
and ruin your buy for round 4. But that is not the way that Kang Kang plays. If you look at by
He
the
is going
numbers,
to push you to your limits.
yeah, he is the most active player that we have at the event. What I mean by that is he takes the most duels. He's the only player in the tournament that we have
Adios,
that by the time you get to a
muchachos.
half, he's got 20 kills and deaths combined. He averages 12-8 at the half, and that is just absurd.
Minum sampai ada 5 tuh. Si Aaron
Of
anjir.
course, the question always being for those kind of players, can they keep it up on the global stage?
That's the question, isn't it?
Listen, that round has given me some decent hope that Kang Kang is the truth here.
I mean, right now going toe-to-toe with
Menang Asian
one of
ini.
our finalists at Copenhagen. Paper
Iya
X.
bisa dibilang
Of
gitu
course,
sih.
it's early
Draftnya
games,
menang draft ya.
nobody really knows about. But
Iya ada
promising
KO
signs,
lagi.
to say the
Iya.
least.
Great showcase.
KO
Obviously,
Viper.
being timeout being taken
Delaynya kenceng.
working out how do they want to work around this one now, because with Kang Kang's operator in his hands, one of honestly, the most logical sense is going to be that he's playing towards that B side, that really long sideline angle.
Yeah.
So how do you offset that? How do you play around
And I think that's quite difficult with PaperX's comp. You heard the desk talk about it, Mimi in particular, where she was saying there's two different approaches here. You go for the Viper comps, of which EDG have one variation. We've seen other teams, you know, or we're expecting other teams to try different types of Viper comps. Or you run the Raise Fade with the Astra.
Anjir.
And the Raise Fade with the Astra is not very good.
Mini gamenya bagus loh.
The Opera B.
Ya Allah, kecolong lagi loh per second.
But that's my point exemplified there. You just don't have the
Yes.
utility across such an open area.
Cuman dia kok habis ya?
PaperX heading through mid.
Beli headhunter kali.
A lot in this half.
It's a difficult map as well. It's a lot of tight corners. You've got to be clearing out, making sure that you are showing a lot of discipline when it comes to clearing out these areas.
Another little element of this area of the map too. You can see as PaperX
Tuh,
trying to pop in here.
delaynya loh,
So many
anjir.
different trap plays that EDG could run.
Gokil,
And
cuy.
once PaperX push down, they can still get flanked through that mid to A connector.
Pivoting, but the trademark's still up. They're going to be aware of this one, assuming it doesn't get broken, but there we go. Oh, it gets off. Okay.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Okay,
Ooh.
still. Hang on, wishes to take.
Aduh.
Better judgment, a bit of a push through the smoke. Howard on getting away with 3 there.
BNK dapat off.
You can already see the talent of these players.
Ente.
Unleash the Nightfall. I think that would definitely have been a mistake.
Nice eco again,
For a
dapat
moment,
3
thought it
lagi.
was winnable.
Iya.
I think for PaperX it's about
Ikonya bagus ya.
Ini ada apa nih?
Ya harusnya buang enak.
taking a push through the smoke, finds a spray transfer, and then gets onto the third.
I have never seen a team that has more consistent spray
Ente.
than Edward Gaming. Every single one of these players just feels capable of pulling out some magical moments you only see. It's a rarity in a lot of other
UI-nya bagus ya.
So let's take
Ultinya.
PaperX. Are they able to stop the bleeding here? All of their players up towards A main Nightfall off the rip to start.
Oh, ada yang masuk.
Catch nobody.
Flash over the
Oh,
top.
nice.
Nobody's not supportive of it though. It just about fades away. Still Smoggy wants to take
Angle-nya,
the
cok.
fight. In fact, they're being backed
Oh.
up.
Oh.
Chichu with the spray down. He's
Wah,
got
anjing.
2. Benkai eventually removing him from
Nice,
the
nice.
fight, but a bit of timing. Game of Canada.
Yuk, bisa yuk.
Smokes.
2v1.
Forsaken.
Menang kah?
Menang kah? Bisa nih harusnya.
All up to Howard.
Ini kenapa buru banget ya?
For Edward Gaming.
Ini kenapa nih produksinya nih?
Hardon looking to try and
Jangan
use
di-pick
small
dong.
Forsaken. Knew that Forsaken was lurking through this area of the map
Jangan
earlier
sampai
on.
OP-nya keambil dah.
Still with 3 stars to play
anjir.
with. And Haldong, he's able to get the spray down through the box.
Aduh, BNK low lagi.
One of his targets
How?
found.
How?
Him versus Benkai though. Stars drop down.
That's a
pulls it
great
back.
smoke.
Yep.
Ya,
Counter
ketahuan dong dari sini.
force, but he knows where the positioning is for both of them now. Seas is going to be grabbing onto it.
Nice.
Hadon has no audio
Jangan-
cues
jangan
in the
di-pick,
mix. Little pop into the astral form. It's going to be the smoke popped
Ping
up
ping
now.
ping ping ping.
Benkai playing so far back here. That's
Ben.
important to the back, trying to spray through this when he's already got half.
Lah.
Hadon's just going to be sticking this
Ya
one.
Allah.
He's got the round.
Anjir lah.
That's
Ente banget, cok. Bisa gitu loh.
from Haldong.
Gokil loh, cok.
In a straight up fight against Forsaken.
Ah,
And
tadi.
then out.
Bisa gitu loh.
Benkai towards
Kenapa
the end
direkod
too.
dulu ya?
ETG are on a roll.
Dan.
This is so impressive. Look at that spray transfer again. And something that PaperX are so good at is trading
Pick yang
around
itu sih.
those kind of moments. You do not expect the PaperX players to trade
Tapi
out.
kayak Riz
and be
kayak
on the
kurang
worst
gitu nggak sih
side
di
of that.
sini?
Iya, iya.
They went 3 for 3
Secel-nya
in that
kurang
situation when normally
apa
they
ya?
power through teams.
Kebanyakan patahan ya, susah ya balik-baliknya.
Certainly is.
They are always
Iya, buat
ready to
iya
spray
juga
out.
Buat
kayak
entry.
Secel-nya
Firepower right behind
kayak
them.
kurang gitu.
Even if 2 of their players go down, they're not scared to commit bodies into the fight. It's the thing that powered them.
Coba-coba nggak sih
All of
kayaknya?
their wins in East Asia LCQ.
Tapi nggak mungkin anjir.
And look how
Sekelas
PaperX
champion
is on
coba-coba.
the A side right now.
Lelenya kayak
Just thinking about how their composition works, it's
Mhm.
only Forsaken prodding towards mid, being that lurk player. Here comes Jingo with a showstopper, looking to try and clear
Tuh,
things in.
kena sapres kan anjir.
Yeah, completely just takes away the showstopper and he still looks down the one angle at Art. Bit of a
Ente banget,
play as well, go
cok.
around the corner. Might even be trying for seconds, but he bides his time. Bit of patient play now. He's managed
Udah
to
ada
push
ulti lagi.
back the offensive.
Ketahuan dong.
And
Udah
EDG
fight
with
sih.
a 4v3 situation.
Oh, the tether.
Multi ya.
I mean,
Information gain.
just all of the info about where Devi is playing.
Up top on the half
Completely stuck.
wall. Device position is known. It has to jiggle it now.
Dapet lo anjing.
What is that? Goodbye, Mind Freak.
Wah,
Gila.
gila cowok, Kangkang cowok. Dapet lo.
I think Kangkang's making the agent just look absolutely unbelievable still.
Tuh, nggak jelas banget dia.
Slowly walking forward. Gonna be a swing just there. Damage. Oh, it's done. Resurrector's online. A bit of concern
lagi.
before he lets it loose. But now
Plan.
2v1. Still time running low. An opportunity for Howdong.
Ayo doain.
Disrupt this, but no stars to pull off the plans.
He might have an amazing
Yuk,
timing here.
dapet lah. 2 lawan 1 lagi loh.
Knows the other one to default.
Double pick.
But it's gonna be this double face from
Double pick
Paper X.
dapet. Ah, disiplin dulu. Double pick dong.
Slight sidestep, a reload.
Look how well Howdong's playing with the wall back here.
Bisa ini.
Trying to make sure he gets those stray bullets off. If he gets even one kill, smoke laid down, sprays it through 9 left.
Yo, nice.
Actually shut down and finally around on
Nice,
the
Dafai,
wall
nice.
for Paper X.
Let's go.
Let's go, bro.
Able to make something happen. And the one slip up there for EDG is Kangkang hunting for duels that he doesn't necessarily need to take.
Ini loh anjir, bisa pas banget ya.
Situation perfectly there. The swing from Chichu is exactly as Jing loses his showstopper. But Kangkang goes for another one of those big
Kangkang
flick
gokil,
kills.
cok.
Misses
Lah
it.
itu makanya
And allowed Divine
flicknya, cok.
opportunity in to get his resurrect off.
Second timeout for Paper X.
Cekmor lagi nih.
In the first half.
Burning both
Dua-duanya dipakai loh.
Mejanya ada light strip, kayak light strip angkot gitu.
Itu biar flash. Biar kalau lawan lu nge-flash nggak kelihatan.
Oh iya.
No one really expects this team, newcomers to the global stage. First time they're really playing against top competition, up against the finalists of Copenhagen.
Yeah, I think it bears mentioning how much bigger Paper X are as a team than anyone they've had to face so far. EDG have actually done a great job. They stomped their way through East Asia LCQ. They beat Northampton, who went out in groups.
Ini baru 6 round udah 2 kali timeout.
And they played against.
Lah ya makanya baru habis lah.
But the rest of the field was.
Baru first half loh, udah dipakai dua-duanya itu.
This though.
Ya gimana bos, lu bantai.
Iya sih. Semoga ada impactnya lah. Anjir.
Di Valorant emang 2 doang ya?
2.
Kalau overtime baru nambah kan kalau nggak salah.
Ya overtime.
Per round 1.
They don't look like it.
Excellent point. Shouldn't have had much time at all.
EDG's economy under a ton of pressure. You can see that despite being 5-1 up, that
Second
single
ulti.
that Paper X have won has put
Kan bisa
EDG
hit
back
B
on
karena B pas.
a thrifty.
At these liberties though.
Waduh, nggak ada trap lagi.
Down in A main, and all the information being gained. Kangkang's pushed so deep. They know that mid is relatively compromised here.
Smoggy making sure to get rid of the horn there, allowing Howdong to stay in this tough position.
That's gonna be the face though.
Wah, ini dapat timing anjir.
All of this delay from the rest of the team allows him to get a timing.
Oh, belakang dah. Ente.
The noise that is gonna be the kill picked up. Still Paper X.
Maverick nunggu
They're
sih.
in control of this mid area.
Bisa ke B.
They are starting to vacate back
Balik ke B nggak sih?
through mid. Still have control of it. Haven't broken the
Oh,
trade
ada
just yet, but they know
dia jaga, cok.
it's been in play for quite some time, and it's up to nobody. See if he can rattle off a couple of shots.
Jangan di-push lah.
Dangle's lost
Ya
it.
Allah, anjing!
A flick of the wrist, and Jing removed
Alay.
from action. One way to punish him.
And now you get a
Bisa loh.
in mid, forsaken with the tour de force.
Dapat.
He reads the play
Nice.
from Kangkang, but can he read the second player coming from the same direction?
Ya asli.
Asli sih.
True min.
Not after a bit of bulldog spam. Coming
Real
through the
sih,
doorway.
seharusnya mati aja ya, ngapain nge-kill 1 gitu. Alay ya.
Hai Marcel.
Nice.
And Paper X pick up another one.
Okay.
Clean anti-eco, despite the best efforts. of Kangkang
Let's go.
and nobody. Already, Brett, we're seeing this individual.
Iya, cok.
And flick shots have been absurd. The spray transfer.
Ini loh, anjir.
Pakai apa ya? Bisa nge-focus itu.
Nah, jijik anjir liatnya.
Players before. They've shut down talented players, but when you're on the global stage, when you're at champs,
It all gets harder.
it gets
Yes, go Jason.
Were they able to keep stepping up? They're going to still play with this confidence. The answer so far has been yes.
Once more, Paper X looking towards A. Their composition doesn't have answers for the B side of the map. You saw that with Kangkang pushing up in the prior on the Thrifty. this time he's playing in mid. He realizes PaperX are not going to walk into him.
Dimajuin gak sih?
For another Kangkang peak.
Wah, Kangkang nih. SQ Red V2 nih anjir. Nice Aron.
Timingnya dapat. Anjay.
Kangkang nih lo anjir banget.
Ayo pick.
Wah.
Enggak jadi, jangan pick.
Jangan pick.
Bobong.
Does not have any sort of running reset. That goes for the re-pick. This guy is
he's crazy.
Just insane.
Wow.
Now you can still dump onto the A side. Players working their way through.
Mati aja.
Ketahuan gak sih? Nice the fight.
As well. Gonna be that 1-for-1 at the end of the day.
Bisa plan.
Oh.
Been taken all over the place. Spike is still getting planted now.
Mid sih.
Making sure that
Mantap percekan.
over the wall.
Kepalanya nipis banget ya.
You're kidding me. The ball's just being spammed out. Bit of distraction, no time for Arnold to work his way into the back of the site. Somehow gets away with 2, but only just now.
Nice, Jason.
Angle sipit.
Iya loh.
Angle sipit gitu anjing sumpah.
Serem gitu anjir tadi 2v1 Jason pick sendiri.
Oh itu ternyata gak tahu fungsinya sipit. Angle tipis.
Tipis ya.
Udah apa?
Mospadnya kecil banget ya.
Tipis anjir.
Mospadnya Davai kecil anjir. Mospadnya Davai kecil banget ya. Kayak mousepad warnet.
Tapi emang kalau gua nonton live-nya Davai gerakannya tipis-tipis.
Size-nya gede ya? Size gede ya? Kayak si KIB anjir. Mousepadnya kecil banget kan?
Dia nggak perlu mousepad sih kalau
Iya juga ya.
Pakai gede banget.
Itu pakai mousepad yang ada bantalannya di bawah itu.
Anjir. Mousepad yang bulat gitu ya?
Bulat berat.
That's the kind of round that I want to see coming out from them again actually here. And they've got 3 players stacked up. It does look like they're going for something similar. However, this is the one time PaperX go B, reading it after the timeout. What a gorgeous call by Alex or Benkai.
The trouble, the map is so big, honestly, that when you commit this many players over towards one of the extremities, one of the main positions, not going to be able to help out the players who are locking down B, but it's up to Howdong. See what they can do, teleport back. It is an off-ankle play. Howdong's lucky to get the 1 there.
Davai, Davai.
Now the question for Benkai is, do we pump the brakes or do we commit to this one?
Law's been sent through.
Makan tuh. Dan hunternya dipakai lele anjir.
And that's going to be just a quick tip tap there of the hunter play.
Kayak mahal ini ya.
Movement there, they're going to be smoking off the trademark.
Ketahuan lah.
He hears everything.
Ada lagi.
Satu lagi.
The answer's no.
Kan yang kill fit ya. Kenapa dia langsung
another
balik?
opportunity for a clutch. In the 1v2.
Gila 360 gitu ya.
Chichu is actually the player left in the clutch scenarios, the 3rd most in the tournament.
Chico. Cicu apa Chico sih? Cicu ya?
Wins almost 20% of them for EDG.
Cicu.
He's got a massive health disadvantage.
Molly.
Exactly favored. Snakebite sent into the back there of Elbow.
Nggak bisa.
Play one of the fights, but this crossfire that's being set up by PaperX, that's hard to break through.
Cosplaynya.
Able to take contact. I was going to be a swing there as well from Benkai, so very winnable for them. And so far, PaperX on a bit of a heater after burning both of their timeouts.
Defender sided map.
Definitely worthwhile getting those 4 on the board. EDG's aggression on A though didn't get spotted.
Bukannya per enakan di
Oh ini toko ini.
Kalau kata gua
05.
I'd be very tempted for A.
505.
PaperX are unlikely to hit here. I think that was the kind of strat that you pull out after an opponent timeout. You're going to go back to your default kind of setup now. So I want to see EDG. Looks like they're going for
jadi 5-4 gini.
aggression towards A main as Jing also
Tuh.
gets on the line early.
Apa? Satchelnya aja kayak kurang gitu ya? Iya nanggung banget aja. Soalnya miring cok kalau mau masuk A. Iya belok-belok susah.
Mau B pun kayak kalau di pick
Jauh ya. Paling nyampe mid doang itu.
Kalau nggak di flash dulu wah kelar. Rest lagi ini.
Kalau mainnya kayak gini enak pakai 2 sentinel sih lawan BC EDG.
Iya benar. Flanknya ya. Ini
Killjoy sih OP begini.
Cyper
lah satunya. Kalau Killjoy itu nggak bisa ditinggal jauh, cuma masalahnya. Mapnya gede.
Killjoy netap doang di A itu nyeselin.
Oh iya, kalau yang Killjoy camper ya. Killjoy camper nyeselin. Attack-nya enak, Cyper.
Killjoy dari dulu mana bisa ya.
Udah camper banget sih Killjoy itu. Hitungannya. Agent camper aja. Ada orang. Dapat. Oh. Nice, yuk. Bisa yuk. Nice. Nice Aaron.
Ada 4.
Ayo, Kang mau ngapain Kang? Masih 2 ya mereka. Masih dapat loh. Nggak tahu gua. Masih dapat loh dia loh. Iya. Go. Iyalah. Seralu. Iya, let's go. Bisa nih. Udah dapat nih kayaknya.
Iya kan?
Lu lihat gak sih PRX jadi kayak main santai sekarang aja lawan EDG. Gak buru-buru gitu anjir. Iya. Jadi gak main cepet lagi. Awal kan mainnya cepet banget. Wah, di stack gini anjir. Wah, dapet loh dia. Tai.
Cluster of bodies are going to be met at the top side of B. You can feel the utility just being tossed out to the side. Smoggy's in a world of hurt right now. They drop down.
Nice. Headshot gitu loh. Gak gitu dong caranya.
Apa kita kalah?
Anjir. Masa kalah sama sniper tupai anjir.
Masa kalah sama operator KW?
Badi wonju.
Tuh. Senapan tupai cok itu.
Ada suara chip banget.
Wah anjir. Wah tai sih. Ya kali kalah. Jadon sih harusnya bisa sih. Aduh. Anjir, masuk dulu dia.
Wah, mulut lampu.
Diem dah gue deh.
Diem kamu lamka.
Aduh, kok gue jadi jinx gini ya, tai.
Banget.
Aku diem deh. Tai ini senapan tupai. Bisa loh dia gitu.
Aku nonton sambil kerja.
Ini kenapa kita masih ngeliatin POV-nya? Oke.
Ada tukang klip adik-adik.
Productionnya kenapa sih?
Sambo cacat berarti. Waduh, langsung gitu.
Jangan ada yang report aku ya adik-adik.
Servernya bapaknya Sinet. Dia udah pensi jalan ke bab. Sekarang jadi observer Valorant.
Feature-nya bapaknya ini, bapaknya Alfajet.
Bener-bener.
Jangan report aku ya, sejauh ini aman. Banyak tuh kena tuh. Ketahuan gak sih? Anjing nggak dapat untung. Wah dapat tuh. Anjing.
Ya.
Balik dia soalnya ada satu lagi di situ kan.
Lamka gers nih. Udah diem aja Lamka.
Masih kena gak tuh? Ya,
oh. 1v1 apa? Kelas master, ayo kelas master kita. Aku diam. Aku nggak ngomong.
Mampus. Baron bro.
Telat lu ya?
Enggak dapur itu apakah
itu nontonnya di surga ya?
Iya, anjir. Aku diam.
Nonton di Banggil.
Ini time zone adik-adik.
Makanya nontonnya di Lamka aja.
Dari Istanbul gua.
Twitch banding YouTube. Cepet Twitch.
Aku diam aja.
Nonton di Twitch aja Lamka dengan YouTube.
Gua di Twitch ini anjir. Nice Aaron. Nice Copenhagen Momentos. Class master, bro.
Banggil belum sampai situ aja.
Makanya nontonnya di Lamka aja udah. Sini.
This play is amazing. And just
Nonton di sini dong.
right back into it for Eva. What a shot.
Anjir.
What a play. Perfect movement. And Mind Freak managing to get the clutch.
Lamka lu dia udah 6 round lagi. Mulut lu ini.
Iya gue. Mentality breakdance. Nge-lag gitu.
Enggak, ini kenapa suaranya patah-patah?
Enggak, itu dari sononya.
Iya, emang dari sononya.
Yang waspatinya PRX.
Oh enggak, dia ngomongnya apa gitu aja.
Thank you very much.
Yang
Brent and
komentar
Cypher
itu
back here with
jadul
me and Achilles. None of us are disappointed, are we?
Kulbet ke Aaron. Aaron gokil.
Perfectly tied up at a 6-6 here at the end of it. It's just been action-packed the whole way throughout. Incredible clutches coming through as well. I'm just beside myself with happiness. This is great.
I want to talk about Kangkang because we didn't really get to focus on him too much in the pre-match. But
Nonton di sini dong guys, temenin guys. Nggak seru gini.
Ini kita udah berani.
In some regards, a little bit more crazy than he
Nggak ada yang nonton di gua aja.
This guy will just re-peak angles that you think nobody can mess with, and he will come up with value.
Nonton kayak di mute gitu nggak apa-apa dah. Nambah view.
He was so often alone towards the B side of the map. The sets were really cool from Edward Gaming, but I'm interested in what we're going to see into this second half because again, there's been two solutions to this map. One for Edward Gaming has
Suruh siapa kerja.
which I think can really thrive
Banyakin
on this
ngeklip.
defensive side.
Banyakin
Now
ngeklip.
switching over to the attack, I'm wondering if they're going to struggle a little bit more because when you're lacking that Sage, it is really hard to get into. It makes you have to have an added element of composure. It makes you have to lean into the split switch.
Itu biar dia nggak diem aja. Kayaknya.
So on this attack, we're gonna see. We're gonna need.
Mungkin biar ini.
I want to see the Viper wars, what they can do with the Viper, but I also
Biar
think
nggak
that I know Achilles, you are kind of weren't sure if 6 rounds would be enough for them as we were watching the game.
Tuh mousepad-nya kecil ya.
This is EDG
I certainly still have faith in this squad. Paperx are finding their stride and whatnot. They managed to bring it back.
Final Moss bro. Jing with Final Moss.
Well, after, considering how everything started, but I think they still have their work cut out.
Yeah, I think the Fade Race is going to be really good on this defensive side. Paperex is great at those combos.
Jing kalau beli Final Moss langsung beli 5 kali ya. Kalau rusak tinggal ganti.
Certainly been shaping up to be an excellent series. 6-6 here. It feels like Paperex as well have wrangled back control, at least of the momentum of the map.
I think so much of it can still shift on this pistol round, honestly.
Absolutely.
And Kangkang, I said he normally has
a
ton of duels. The most active player in Champions. He's
Yuyu
even more
Kangkang.
active than usual right now. 13 and 10. Over a kill per round.
Bani sering banget main rank kesel sama nobody ini nih.
And he's going to be required to open things up here. You don't want to put too much pressure on the substitutes.
Oh nonton di YouTube bisa dapat yang dropnya juga tuh.
Yang tis itu ya. Nice man freak. Nice.
Itu bomnya kayak di atas gitu ya.
Bingung tuh. Gimana tuh ngambil tuh?
That's all 5 players from Paperex fighting in mid. Way more than EDG were expecting to have to deal with.
Kena. Enggak ya? Kena dikit.
I mean, there's just nothing to be done here. Paperex are all over it.
Tapi udah dihancurin.
He's gonna have to be able to pick off Benkai just to start this one. It has to
Cosplay aktif.
Lagi dong, door.
Nice.
Benkai is holding means that
Door.
Kangkang.
with 40 seconds left, they should know the position.
Ya mau ngapain? Ya coba kita tur dulu adik-adik. Jadi di toko bunganya deket bunga.
Tai.
Nah, ini nih ada nih. Cuma gak bisa dipencet anjir.
Losing a player early just to figure out where the guy is.
Dapat lu dia.
Enggak bisa gitu anjir.
Sisa 1 lu, mau ngapain lu? GG. Nice bro.
Ya guys, sebenarnya gue tuh kangkang cuma gue lagi di sortnya di.
Iya dah, serah lu dah.
Gue ada.
Liu Kang. Yuyu. Kangkang.
Having said that, EDG have been pretty good at it so far this map.
Gue Benkai.
They're gonna get tested on the attack.
Serah lu dah, yang mana aja.
Taken the lead for the first time in the series.
Banyakin maunya.
Gak ada yang
kayak ini dah, kayak apa? Anak nakal yang di Toy Story ya sih.
Anjir.
Ya sip.
Ya juga ya.
Mirip gitu aja.
Premier Pro kalau F4 gimana bro?
Apa dijual kan bro? Kenapa dijual?
Tinggal
apa?
Kita kok ini.
Premier Pro.
Iya.
Ganti aja.
Apa itu apa sih? Yang 264.
Afek H264.
Nah, itu.
Jangan yang Blu-ray, yang biasa aja.
Thank you guys, I love you all.
Menang nih, defense-nya bagus ya harusnya.
Perek.
Dua sentinel harusnya bagus ya buat ini. Oh, kasih kenal loh.
Ya.
Jason nge-whiff.
Ya.
Ah, clipper apa nih anjir? Bisa nggak tahu tuh.
Tahun 12.
Ah. Tahun 12.
Ya.
Sumpah. Kerja.
Dap, round 12 dap.
Gitu tuh dicatat.
Sabar bro. Bro. Weh. Bantu sini.
Males.
Dapat GoFood dong harusnya.
Nggak ikut dibayar kok. Nggak ikut dibayar suruh bantu ya.
Berapa orang nih di sini nih? 1, 2, 3, 10.
Mundur dia.
Saya dap. Gue lapar nih dap ya.
Iya.
Iya dap, lumayan dap.
Nemenin ngeklip kan dapat GoFood.
Boleh lah McD lah.
Have so much control over the extremities here. I mean, Jing is just getting monstrous information and only pays for it with a
Jing berani banget ya.
Kayak kuda lah. Ganti itu. Ordernya.
Udah jumping anjing, kalau jumping pasti kena.
Iya sih.
Ini gimana caranya? How dong?
How.
See, that's a trap play in motion. As soon as they even get a whiff of that being triggered, they try and go for a pull as well. See if they can capitalize. Any players.
Kok A dia anjir?
A fast pivot now into art as well. Space.
Easy win ini mah PR udah.
Harusnya ya, harusnya. Kalau gua diem.
Sampai kalah masalahnya.
Aduh.
Kan?
Aduh, papa shot.
Smoke on the one side of him. Trying to stay alive here. Benkai to the back as well. That's going to be util dumped into it. The nade to try and push them back. Pop it at the satchel. Spike still not being planted. A fight. Oh, it needs to be taken. Forsaken with the operator. He doesn't want to overstep himself. Benkai's at the back of the side as well in secret. Just trying to deny it. And time is running so low now. Picking it up from a fire angle. Fights are being taken. But he just needs to spam this and he wins. He just spams it and he wins. But he's found
Mulut
out.
siapa tadi easy.
It's a close round.
Aku nggak ikut. Aku diam.
With some very nice mid rounding. There's another big question for EDG.
Siapa lagi Devan lagi ngerekord nih.
The rounds get tough, when the fast plays don't work, and you heard about it in the interview that Yinsu and Mimi were doing earlier. When the rounds get tough, when
siapa
the
di
fast
sini mau
plays
lihat
don't work,
match
do they
terminated
have
gara-gara
those adjustments, those pivots in the middle? And they did here. They faked a mid-doors push, immediately rotated everybody quickly to the
Bonus ya tapi tadi ya.
played the post plan
Cek
with
mouse-nya, cek.
discipline.
Oh. Kemana tuh?
Ya lu di sini.
Kemana tuh anjir? Ke B loh.
Boy buka.
Apa?
Doge.
Mana? Ada Doge ya?
Bisa ya. Berhenti ke salsa.
Nggak, Doge mau membantuku untuk membuat komen.
smoked off, but Kangkang's just lurking all the way through, tries to get the spray down for 2K, but
Check Doge.
eventually he's going to be shut down. But it has pulled players from Paperex on the defensive side. Leading over towards
Bisa
that B
tepat
area.
gitu loh tempatnya.
Some reclear it looks like as well from Jing as he's
Mantap Doge.
through into mid, making
Oh,
sure
7.
there's no late low plays over towards
Sama-sama nggak punya chamber.
Going 1-for-1 with the chamber does benefit EDG. Pumping the brakes here is a gorgeous call from Haldon. It's going to allow him to work off the Viper.
Bingung belakang nggak sih kalau udah nggak ada chamber gitu?
It forces Benkai to play towards
Kan ada yang liatin.
Iya ya. Cuman kalau udah pada masuk set kan bisa bawa busuk aja.
EDG have an opportunity here to commit to B, but they got
Tuh kalau udah masuk semua gitu. Belakangnya
Wow.
Hah? Ente?
Tahu parah banget ya Langka ya.
Ape?
Langka lu nggak
Punya indra ke-6 ya Langka.
Ya di Jing kill 4 ya.
Nyayur tuh Jing. Nice.
Aduh. Ente Pak.
Aduh sayang banget.
Ah, anjing nggak pas banget ya. Timing cuy.
Timing kok.
Pas.
Main Mementos kan ini. Gampang ini mah kayaknya.
Gampang
Dik aja.
Pala langsung
Saving nih.
Slow parah.
3
Situation with the low HP in here around.
Duh, lo lihat, gue lo gak lihat kelakuan Doge lo di live gue tuh, lihat tuh.
Makanya gue bilang TO aja TO.
Lihat tuh. Lihat tuh Doge tuh. Kelakuan. Mentang-mentang sepi ya.
Lala kamu ini aja. Ini apa blok Doge aja.
Lala hati-hati sama Doge.
Lala. Oh mana po?
But I can tell you that Paperex look prepped, and they've got some good ideas, and they're playing the info game well. And EDG are still managing to find opportunities to outplay.
Lala hati-hati.
Dead even currently.
EDG, they're a last chance qualifier team. They shouldn't have had a lot of time to prep on this map, on Pearl.
Aduh.
The opener for us. Clean as ever. That's Kangkang.
Langka lu kok bisa
Ya kan gue lihat di Twitch anjir.
udah lu aja itu yang share screen di Discord.
Lah, makanya lu lihat sini ke YouTube gua dong. Gak ada delay.
Juga delay ngentot.
Emang iya.
Iyalah.
Gak ada delay, Cok.
Iya. Suara lu di Discord dulu ntar baru YouTube anjing. Kayak ke itu bangsat sumpah.
Kalau enggak yang stream di Discord si Langka aja.
Iya Langka.
Sini. Gua screen juga.
Biar nggak spoiler.
Nah tuh.
Spoiler gitu kayaknya nggak suka gua.
Ya udah tuh. Jangan marah-marah dong. Ayo bisa. Nice thrifty. Nice bro. Pinter main timingnya.
Ternyata susah ya jadi clipper bangsat.
Gak susah sebenarnya, alunya aja yang pusing di sendiri aja.
Emang editnya ngapain? Ngekat.
Kayak sana sini.
Kalau ngeklip itu, lu ngeklip itu langsung aja sekalian smash gitu, ntar baru dipotong anjir.
Emang harus POV semua ini gitu.
It feels like they were only just off the stage, Paperex.
Lu catat aja roundnya.
But you get that itch.
Iya, dicatat dulu roundnya. Ntar kalau udah smash selesai kan ada jeda tuh waktu. Nah itu baru lu klip-klip.
Enggak, emang ini ya apa? Ngeklipnya harus semua POV ini streamer.
Ada tapi enggak.
Ngapain? Ribet tuh. Kalau nggak semuanya kenapa ribet?
Belajar tuh sama Udil tuh. Jadi sebut-sebut gini. Dia cepet banget sih soalnya kalau bikin. Tuh lihat Doge tuh, bisa minta IG tuh.
di Twitch biar dapat.
Ya gue juga nonton di Twitch anjir. Lumayan dapat juga.
Katanya YouTube juga dapat.
Di YouTube Valorant ya? Apa Valorant Champion?
Kan YouTube Valorant Champion.
Enggak, kan YouTube kan ada yang Indo juga. Yang Indo nggak dapat ya?
Enggak lah.
Yang Champion Tournya ya? Nice Jing. Rame. Lempar.
Dia dari pohon itu ya?
Iya. Gokil juga ya. Kesel sih. Naik di atas situ.
Orang ngomong maju B aja gitu ya.
Tapi Pepres kalau nyari angle gitu bisa sih kayak si 4 second biasanya kan di icebox tuh. Dapat aja. Di fracture juga ada.
Rudal dari angkasa.
Nggak bisa lihat ya, arahnya dari mana ya.
Iya.
Siapa yang expect?
30 tuh.
Jangan jumping.
Nice. Iya, jumping pasti kena ya. Nice. Jangan gitu, diam dulu. Diam. Haudong ini agak menakutkan juga nih.
Dulu doang lah muka.
Belajar lagi.
Popping nggak sih?
Dava emang naik kah?
Pisau kah? Tajam gitu ya.
Kan mulut siapa tadi?
Sorry.
Doge, bantu aku bikin komen dulu tuh. Banyakin minta IG cewek-cewek tuh. Tuh anjir. Satu doang ya padahal ya?
Dia satu-satunya buat naik box.
Oh iya. Benar. Keren sih. Santai banget ya angkanya anjir. Komen apa Ciox terserah lu. TO udah kan udah kemarin tuh. Yang lain lah apalah. Pada minta apa gitu.
Jangan pasang jodoh sini ntar.
Jangan pasang jodoh, ntar lu sendiri. Aduh, mau dicek.
Geli banget gue liatnya.
Iya anjir.
Kayak dapat 5. Bisa nih. Bisa kah? Gawemu belum berakhir. Gua diem dulu deh. Aduh. Siapa yang pakai Phantom?
Crosshair-nya bang.
Aduh. Anjing. Aduh.
Jelas banget
Posisinya jelek semua aja padahal.
Iya. Harusnya bisa menang ya. Nanti DP ini kan pemuda Iya dong, kita ganti dulu kan.
Mana ya? Hilang lagi pemuda Pepres.
Caca, kenapa Caca?
Caca digangguin Doge, Marcel gak bertindak.
Pertanyaannya apa gitu ya? Jawabannya apa gitu?
Kalau punya
apa? Enggak ada. Aduh.
Gue udah pakai jersey nih, kayaknya menang.
Wah, kalah nih langsungnya.
Menang ya. Ayo. Wah, Aaron dapat lumayan nih. Tapi double pick anjir. Aduh, kalah.
Ini Kangkang Tuhan kali ya anjing, bisa loh.
Dapat Davai, nice. Nice Aaron. Wah, sisanya Haudong anjir. Haudong. Ini bang.
Enggak dong. Haudong.
Aduh.
Dapat lu ngeklip aja dapat.
Gua sampai berkencing nih nonton anjir.
Depan komputer tuh.
Kocak. IRL.
Gua klip aja.
Tai lu. Jangan diklip kocak, ntar dilihat riot. Ini siapa watch party ini?
Haidong has the timing. Haidong has the timing to be able to get this plant down. And Smoggy could have tried to go
Bisa ngeplan ya.
aggressive, look for a pick.
Nah, oke, aku udah ganti DP guys. Let's go.
Semoga menang. Ada fight kena timing.
Smoggy's got a great idea here.
Lupa.
Knows that Divide could be around there.
Ada yang underperform kah lagi di sini?
First second sih kurang sih tadi.
Tap there, reset of the aim is good enough, but he is being flanked, I believe, from behind.
Ayo Davai bisa dapat. Davai bisa dapat. Oh, nice.
Win out that fight, and now this wall causing all sorts of issues. Eventually, fade away, but the spike is being stuck.
Nice Aaron. Kuat kill anjir.
When he's on the stage.
Iya, makanya. Mode bokek kah?
Mindfreak had poor performances at the global level for every land that he'd been to before Copenhagen. And then he turned up and he was talking about how much more seriously he was taking his Valorant performance.
Lengket ya?
And I don't think it was a one-off. I think Mindfreak's incredible play towards Copenhagen seems to be replicating itself again in this map. He's kept up that pace magnificently.
Gosong gini ya?
4K in that round. The
Gimana
ult
nugasnya
clutch
ya?
things as well.
Bingung gini mau lihat layar yang mana.
Kenapa?
Taking a lead, kicking and screaming away from EDG.
Laptop.
If they're able to put away this anti-eco.
Waduh, Kangkang nih tai banget sih. Udah berdua. Nice. Benkai dapat. Balik dulu, sisa 2. Ya Allah, apa itu anjing? Bisa dapat sih Davai. Davai bisa dapat sih. Dapat nih.
Dia nunggu kontak Jadon sih.
Iya, nunggu lihat dia masuk kan. Jangan mati dulu lah. Oke, udah masuk semua. Nice. Ya Allah, anjing. No bro. Davai buru-buru banget ya.
Kelamaan, bukan buru-buru itu.
Buru-buru sih kalau dilihat, dia belum ngeplan.
Kan Jason udah ketahuan harusnya 2 itu.
Oh ya udah ini ya, udah plan dia. Udah fake plan.
Kalau tembakan yang awal-awalnya kena, mati.
Iya sih. Ngeri gitu.
Dilempar di takut.
Ini kemarin mana?
Dilempar bakso.
The finalists of Copenhagen getting brought to round
Bentar ya, guys.
22 here, and they still couldn't call it. Paperex gathering all of their players up towards mid, expecting to go for some kind of crunch, but instead EDG, it's one of the first rounds where they pour players into B.
It's a fast play. That's still being dropped down. That's going to be a pull to disrupt it once more. As they hit a plan, and that horse has not been dealt with. An easy spray down for Forsaken. The player's lit up like a Christmas tree. Nobody's still trying to deal a bit of damage though in the midst of it. See if he can turn the tide of the fight. These smokes are causing a lot of issues for them. One popped up just to see. There's a gun in play. That's going to be picked up, and now they know the positioning, but works its way around. That's Jing again, causing all sorts of mischief in the play. Nobody sprays him. That's 4 kills in it for him now. 18 bullets in the clip. It's going to be revealed. This is a warbangable angle. The Hawk didn't reach.
Itu udah ketahuan Davai lalu ngeflash.
Well, Device should be favored. 125 health.
Dia harus
He knows
ngeflash
the
sih.
positioning of nobody.
Dia harus nge-wallbang sih. Mati.
Nggak dia, si nobody-nya harus ngeflash kan, nggak bisa ngeflash di situ.
This one shot will do it. One shot is all it takes for Divide.
Enggak lah, ya kali.
Ya kan.
And he gets redemption for the previous round where he should have been able to put Paperex onto map.
Namanya ini udah ngikutin
Finally manages to
nobody
do it
player
himself.
CS.
12-10 the
Gua
lead
kira malah dia.
for
Kan
Paperex.
nobody deh. Nothing
And the
maksudnya.
fast play, this is one of the first rounds where we've seen EDG go for a
Di
fast
mana
play.
tim kan ada beda.
It did get counted. Nobody did a great job of being able to bring it back.
Ya, Aaron udah dengan posisi.
Iya, sama ada juga player dari
How
sana.
quickly Paperex were reinforcing those B-side anchors. They had the read.
Slight miss on
Dia nobody. Ya.
protocol. I think who should be destroying it until
Somebody.
it again. Another fast play is being made. That's a nightfall. Through a main. Counter play as well. It's a fake. It's not too many players. Bit of whippage in play at the end of the day. It's everybody who coming out on top.
Sumpah gue bisa
Now they have to deal with this
gue
one.
aja
Oh
Anjing,
my goodness.
kelihatan.
Just about CM either
Udah
as
nggak kelihatan
they've given him away or what. I'm not too
anjing,
sure.
orang ada lo
Down to Mind
ngecek
Freak, and this guy has been
sela-sela
capable
kaki
of
lo.
Iya.
real scenes
Sumpah.
before.
Kan wallnya rada-rada ya.
That makes sense.
Yang kiri, aduh.
Iya mah.
They've left Chichu here to cut off the rotate. You're going to be hearing this. But what happens in a 1v3 is that Mind Freak is actually given this opportunity to make it a 1v2. He's aware that somebody could still be lingering. Doesn't even think about it.
Emang aku nge-delete gitu.
Gamble pays off. 11-12, one away from overtime. And what a bizarre round that was, Brent. And it knocks the PaperX economy back down onto the rough buy.
Nggak tahu anjir.
Look at how this one played out. They faked the Nightfall into
Siapa anjir yang delete?
Nightfall comes out as well. And PaperX decide to push into
Nggak
mid.
tahu gue yang delete siapa.
There can't be that many players in mid if they're Nightfalling A. And instead, everyone from EDG is ready
Gue nggak delete
to
bener.
collect the crunch. What a massive advantage EDG have in this final round. Big ultimates online, huge economic advantage. This should be an OT map.
It really should.
Siapa bang ini fansek?
Expectations out the window, I think, where we thought
Harga bensin udah mulai
that
naik
might be
ini.
going. Not many people, I think, would have predicted.
Bukannya udah naik ya?
Ada.
Domi kapan naik?
Kamir revolusi. Palelu. Gua tahu. Apa tuh gua tahu. Siapa yang delete anjir?
Tahu siapa? Gue tahu siapa.
Siapa? Si Dara. Doge ya?
Mana itu?
Itu lu. Itu akun lu.
Hah? Siapa anjir?
Bini lu.
Kagak. Orang dia nggak megang.
Perang.
Enggak.
Perang.
Kagak kocang, dia mau tidur.
Panik gak?
Biasa aja anjir. Udah diam nonton kocak.
Halo.
Kanto lagi. Siapa yo namanya? Udah nonton nih anjir, udah 12 nih. Nice. Speknya jatuh, Cuk. Menang kah? 3 detik menang, Cuk. Let's go, bro.
Where is the dim sum, bro?
Makan tuh, banyak gaya. Nice. Menang adik-adik. Iya, menangnya kasihan banget ya EDG ya. Ini kalahnya kasihan banget anjir.
Kalahnya terkurung.
Terkurung momen adik-adik.
Aduh, gawat banget.
Ada quotes Caca cuy.
Gak ada bejatnya kalau apa ya kocak.
Begitu Marcel bangsat.
Mentality breakdown gitu.
Apa? Our opener here for champs.
Yeah. We've got a very good map for both teams coming up next. Icebox is gonna be a slapper. Both chambers fighting, normally Jets on either side as well. What a way to open up champions. That map was a delight.
Xbox itu map sejarah.
The confidence that the Edward Gaming players are showcasing has been second to none, and I'm so glad they brought the battle to a team like PaperX as well. We'll go to a short break on the other side of things, of course.
Only kecemburuan dengan multiverse lain. Jangan sedih, Caca.
Dulu lawan Persija kalahnya di
Iya, Caca.
Ya Caca, jangan bersedih di another
multiverse kan gitu ya.
Persija di Essen.
Enggak kan, ini kalah di Xbox yang berapa ya? Udah 12 apa 11 itu.
Yang di comeback ya? Yang di comeback.
Enggak tahu iya, kalau enggak salah iya.
Iya, sama BWL atau Persija juga kan?
Sama BWL
yang
juga
kalah karena Asteris pasti.
Kalahnya tuh nggak lolos semua
Kenapa
anjir.
lagi ngecat tembok, Caca?
Terus sama boom death terakhir yang paling ngenes.
Padahal udah berapa ya? Berapa skor?
Padahal udah
11-12 juga.
12-11 ya?
Iya.
Sudah ya.
Padahal udah perang wall loh di akhir 2 lawan 2.
Sadaqallahul azim dah.
Ya.
Ya.
Nah, diam, kita tunggu guys. Match 2.
Map
Map 2 apa? Map 2? Map 2 Icebox ya? Menang sih harusnya.
Libas lagi. Oh,
Libas sih harusnya.
Ya, bersejarah iya.
Disebutin lagi anjir.
Lu kocak yang bilang Icebox dulu kan.
Tapi emang bener kan Icebox.
Iya.
Siapa nih masuk server nih? Udah keluar lagi kocak.
Siapa yang masuk?
Enggak ada yang masuk server gua. Kawaragi siapa?
Nonton sini. Gua masih ada delay. Kenapa ya?
Dok lu main RP gak sih?
Agak.
Kenapa masih ada delay?
Saya pernah tahu ada IC yang suaranya mirip lu gitu.
Harusnya udah nggak ada delay.
Doang ya? Mirip.
Kita cek dulu delay.
Suara gua pasaran gitu ya?
Ada sih.
Kayak suara gua langka deh.
Suara lu langka gimana sih?
Jadi suara gua gitu.
Bener.
Ke GP cuy.
Ambil makan dulu guys. Ayo guys, makan dulu guys. Makan.
Ya.
Makan cuy.
Oke cuy.
Bagi McD dong.
Bisa
lu
loh.
kocak orang lu yang
ngeklip.
Nah iya situ yang kerja padahal.
Gini.
Gua masih beban gini nih lihat mau sidang.
Gua beli kopi belum gua makan.
Siapa yang tahu turunan dari
Turunan dari berapa?
Apa ayo?
Mana saya IPA dulu SMA.
Ya, saya juga.
Saya juga. Gimana ayo? Loh kok udah?
Enggak, doang.
Oh parah. Ber.
Siapa bisbok tuh?
Siapa?
Lu dap.
Kapan gua diem barusan? Gua nggak bisa bisbok. Ketawa kan? Si Dok sih bilangnya bisbok. Oke ketuketan.
Ada yang pernah lihat video gua nggak sih di beranda dulu?
Udah tahu. Mau apaan?
Gua dulu YouTube juga lah.
Oh, tahu gue lihat.
Jakarta Beatbox.
Enggak beneran gue lihat.
Namanya Lauren Serando.
Anjay.
Pokoknya gua beatbox juga.
Gua juga bisa gua.
Gede viewernya sih. Sampai 500.000.
Dulu tapi kan. Kalau dulu emang lagi rame-ramenya kalau beatbox.
Ya,
sekarang udah tenggelam. Si Ewok aja jadi main ML sekarang.
Ya kebanyakan reaction.
Iya kan?
Bukan Ewok ini Caca.
Ewok. Aduh.
Nanti balik lagi ke Icebox ya.
Icebox lagi tuh. Fahmi no, kenapa Fahmi?
Coba siapa? Lu ngikutin beatbox nggak dapat?
Enggak. Udah enggak maksudnya.
Adik Kerang siapa Adik Kerang? Fahmi Adik. Lu tau Adik Kerang?
Suka tuh yang dari Jepang, Sosok.
Emang si Fahmi itu Adik Kerang ya?
Gak tahu. Adik Kerang itu nama asli nggak sih?
Gak tahu.
Lu tahu Sosok enggak?
Kalau Sosok tahu lah anjir, siapa enggak tahu?
Di low.
Bukan cowok, bukan. Gua kira si Adik Kerang si Fahmi. Itu nama asli kan Adik Kerang.
Ngikutin juga, Lamka.
Hah? Ngikutin lah, gua juga bisa anjir.
Coba dikit apa?
Males.
Kalau bocil-bocil dengar gua beatbox tuh di sekolah ya.
Seneng ya? Kayak keren gitu ya?
Liprol doang dari otak kayak.
Liprol itu bentar.
Gua bisa anjir. Sekarang dari dulu SMP.
Yang ini
beneran ya di sini. Kebanyakan noise
gimana ya kapasnya?
B doang bisanya gua.
Nih, bentar.
B mah gampang aja. Itu doang kan.
Tut anjing gua beatbox.
Gak bagus kayaknya pakai mic headset ya.
Gue pakai mic webcam nih. Susah kalau itu. Emang enggak susah.
Sumpah gue kalau kayak gitu kayak kentut anjing.
Gimana caranya?
Nggak bisa anjir.
Susah.
Masih ada tuh videonya, apa video pensi.
Kurang aja ini.
Iya.
Gitu.
Abu. Gue gak bisa coba udah mempermalukan diri gue sendiri aja.
Nggak apa-apa, belajar gitu. Itu.
Bang, santai bang, gue nggak bisa bang.
Gue dulu ikut lah apa kompetisi online di Discord, seru sih.
Di Discord susah sih, agak susah sih. Mic-nya ngaruh.
Dulu gua pakai HP doang. Dapat cara berapa? Cara 3.
Mana ya? Hilang lagi kapasnya.
Udah lama enggak sih.
Gue juga nggak bisa udah nih. Kayak mager gitu. PD-nya udah hilang. Kalau dulu PD banget anjir. Sekarang udah nggak pede.
Gua ngerasa kayak udah cringe gitu aja.
Udah cringe.
Hadir.
Keren bikin giveaway.
Ya.
Halo, hadir.
Hadir Juva. Dari mana Juva?
Ada ikutan giveaway enggak adik-adik?
Aku belum ikut. Aku mau ikut boleh. Anjir, M-Lab-nya
menang boleh gak?
Orang gua aja boleh ikut.
M-Lab ini 87% anjir.
Bentar ya guys, lagi mau upload dulu deh.
Ngupload yang mana lu?
Oh, anjir, bisa gitu. Ngeflicknya anjir. Oke.
Siapa yang mau kutek di komennya Jova?
Langkah boleh.
I really love the way he played that agent on this map, particularly on the attacks. It's similar to Paper X on Haven, where his lurks do a ton to set his team.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to dive in for. You know, Kang loves to get aggressive, especially whether it doesn't really matter if he's playing on attack or defense. He loves to go push an angle. He knows, okay, I've got a little bit less room to work with now that my TP range is reduced, but he's still making it work and he's still managing to come up with huge value for his team.
Yeah, and on that defensive side for Kang, there's a lot of weight.
Aduh, baru pulang ke rumah gak sempat nge-clip.
That soul anchor towards the B side of the map, holding that space down completely alone, generally putting his trademark towards one side, sometimes mid or sometimes towards B, and varying his setup. So you have to be performing.
Udahlah anjing.
Mamang Rito ini orang ilegal. Anjir Bang Dre tai.
Iya.
Pada nonton di Watch Party mana?
Lamka lagi Watch Party ya tadi.
Watch Party ilegal, babi.
Lamka ilegal itu. Ilegal. Apa tuh legal?
Gak apa-apa.
Watch Party itu juga ilegal, bangsat. Kebayang nonton film gratis tuh. Itu Netflix.
YouTube-nya Lamka kan krek-krekan.
Apa lalu anjir?
Nonton film enaknya di mana ya?
Anti-ban gitu ya? Anti-ban gitu ya maksud lu ya? Crack anti-ban aja.
Kalian nonton film di mana? Ya di Telegram dong.
Lamka dong, enggak dong. Di Lamka dong.
Something not a lot of people do, and we have such a strong opera on the other side. You're losing out on that silver, on that drone, on some of that utility. It's really good at shutting down. So I'm interested if there's any changes.
Yeah, we're into the Prime Gaming Agent select here, and so far everything looks like Smoky's just gonna step in right into that jet position like we expected.
Yeah, it's looking bog standard for both these squads.
Menang berapa kosong nih? Tinggalan banget.
13-11.
Neither of these teams will go in that direction, and I think that is solid.
Gile.
Aku cari kapas dulu anjir.
Gini ya ternyata jadi influencer yang ngadain giveaway anjir, artinya berisik bangke.
Bau busuk.
On the other side though, it's kind of comfort. It's standard for EDG.
Info McD kakak.
I mean, double duel is coming out here from the side of Paper X. I think that they're just going to be looking to very much push the pace a little bit.
Yeah, I think also Devi is the one that plays chamber here, right? Which is something that we don't see on the other maps. I think we're so used to seeing Forsaken, but maybe what do you make of his chamber?
Siapa yang mau ngasih?
Bang Dre nggak mau ini media share, aku ingin ingin tahu gimana main di Saser. Nah kan gue nanya doang. Gue baru tahu ini anjir, hidupin main di Acer baru tahu caranya.
Lah kemana aja kocak.
Sumpah gue live dari dulu ya. Dari tahun lalu gue live nggak pernah hidupin media Acer, nggak tahu. Ternyata ada media Acer.
It's going to be absolutely crazy. So you want to be staying in that winner's bracket. Everything to play for here.
Yeah, let's jump into Icebox right now. Moving this over to Bren and Saito.
Sabar adik-adik.
Yeah, we're going to be getting into the action very, very soon. And Icebox is one of familiar territory, as Adick mentioned.
Itu style bro. Emang gitu bro. Gak dibahasa-bahasain bro.
I think the big question heading into Icebox is, did Pearl make EDG look closer to our finalists from Copenhagen, or are they actually for real?
Ya semangat Onik.
Forsaken getting pushed away.
Onik Forsaken guys.
Smoggy, early aggression. How do you come up with two? And he wants a bit more. Fight still being taken, but that's going to be the right click in play. Chichu eventually dealing with him. Nice and easy trade.
Smoggy is a pistol demon. He did the same thing in round 1 of Pearl. Ran forwards, got 2 kills, 3 kills.
Udah main ya?
Instantly with the ghost.
Baru pulang gawe, Cuk.
Gawe wae.
Iya atuh. Buat halalin anak orang, Bos. Butuh perjuangan.
Habis nanti isi bensin ya?
Mana ada. Motor saya listrik.
Aja, Juva.
Doing it again here as well. Just take a moment, pause, make the Paper X defenders spread out around the map. Set you up better.
Aduh.
All the damage done at the end of the day, but
Kalau
kills
pistol
returned.
aja, apakah main frag
EDG
1v4 Mementos?
And it's another great pistol round unless Mindfreak can pull off a 1v4. It just doesn't seem doable. Maybe if Haldon gives him a fight.
Susah dong kalau gini.
Udah main kah adik-adik?
Sama Mama Caca. Ya.
Worried that these players are just baiting him. Worried about a flip coming through. Kankang is there, but a long way away.
Siapa anjir rame gini?
And nobody's good for it. Shuts down both of those stragglers left alive.
Smoggy in the pistol round again, Josh, like you mentioned.
Yeah,
I went crazy with it in terms of the pistols.
Wah, kalah pistol lagi adik-adik.
To a nice early lead, something to get the momentum going for Edward Gaming. I think bodes well in this map.
it definitely, absolutely does. The lack of life I thought was going to hurt them on this map. Because life is their jet player. Smoggy has a really good light jet. They don't have the same agent pools, at least, on face value. Smoggy looked pretty good there just on the pistol. Not that it required too much of, the jet play style.
So that prowess not really being flexed really, but still shots were found.
Kills the kills at the end of the day, aren't they?
Poured into this one with 2 rifles.
Dapat.
Smoggy do have that in play.
Enggak, manggil doang.
Ente.
Ada yang sedikit aku rubah ya.
At this point it's about making sure that you don't lose anybody else if you are Edward Gaming.
Enggak.
Yeah, you want to try and keep this.
Jangan nangis. Jangan nangis.
Sombong gitu anjir, banyakin tuh sombong. Sombong gitu anjir.
Okay, Kankang still got it under control. They're not getting punished for it particularly. And Haldong, of course, only losing a ghost, not too bad. But I think that shows us a friendly rivalry going on here within the APAC. Head to head.
And these two teams
Banyakin sombong.
from roughly the same region, they might be practice partners. They
Same
actually haven't played
region.
each other in quite some time.
And I don't want to get it wrong, these guys don't
Ayo.
have beef with each other. I mean, Kankang was talking about how
Semangat,
much
just Valorant.
Paper X coming into the
Cari
tournament.
duit,
Said
buat
it was
nikah, yuk semangat.
Paper X getting to the finals of Copenhagen, he said, as an Asian, it was an achievement that made me feel extremely proud. There'll be a lot of pressure and nerves for us to meet such a
Jadi nikah kah?
land debut. I mean, you can tell that Kankang really does respect what Paper
Diem
X has
gitu,
done
tanya
in the past,
nikah,
respect the players as well.
diputusin.
Always time for a cheeky bit of body shoot.
Show that you're not scared.
Udah nggak ada orangnya.
Exactly. It just helps remove all the nerves, doesn't it?
I think a conversion here of this bonus round for EDG EDG would be fantastic. Because again, bring up the same question that we did at the very beginning as well. Was the first map close just because of Pearl, because of that unknown quantity?
Hadir.
Can they do it on a map that
Katanya ada yang mau
Paper X
direvisi
are particularly good
Bentar,
at?
bentar. Apa?
Katanya ada yang mau berubah.
Oh ya,
But it looks like the spike is heading over towards
kepo dah.
Babi, sumpah. Ada ya. Bos kayak gini ya.
Kan bosnya harus friendly. Anjay, si paling friendly dah.
Paling friendly.
And that's a nice player advantage to be able to cook up.
Diam.
Haldong's still left behind on
Kerjaan nanti aja. Nonton aja.
Hei, nanti tidak dapat uang.
Anjir.
And I love this proactivity. Already taking the back of the side as well, pushing right past.
Oke banget anjir.
Risks
Ya Allah.
and they're being rewarded for it. Eventually, though, that is going to be the trade. EDG was able to catch that one, and GG well caught with a util out.
Ini aimnya gimana?
But not getting the plant down has cost EDG here. Haldong is on the latest lurk of his life.
Aimnya sih sakit sih.
Awas semua ya gamenya.
Pokoknya nggak jelas dah dari tadi kalau
Angle sih udah lah.
Flicknya tai banget. Haldong banyakin tuh emang.
Rasis banget ya, maaf nih yang kaum.
The game plan from Edward Game was to try and fight them in their spawn, push past that vital wall.
But it was only nobody that pushed through. It might have been great as a coordinated attempt. And listen, it's still a decent bonus. They take two away. Here's the replay. Divine just being able to pick up those stragglers.
Jadi canggung gini obrolannya. Jadi canggung gini.
Dia adik-adik. Live streaming ku ilegal.
Apa-apa bentar nggak kedengeran anjir lagi dengerin klip. Apa-apa hadir. Epo banget deh. Nanti aja lihat hasilnya.
Waduh, Kangkang ini bau tai ini Kangkang. Iya.
There's a round for you that answers the question. Taken down instantly by their counterparts, Kangkang and in this match, Smoggy. And I love the fact that they just pump the brakes every time that they get a player advantage. I think there is so many new teams to the global stage that will push an advantage as soon as they get it, without taking a moment to breathe.
Not willing to slow it down.
Never willing to slow it down, and that really was a concern for me with EDG, judging by how aggressive their players are.
That's how they played.
But I think they're looking good here. They're just making sure that every advantage gets converted.
And it was said as well, it was rumored, it was said in
Aku takut ada orang Riot kesini di Kadik.
EDG really did get tested
Nah,
as well
di
by
Discord lu aja orang Riot. Gua.
Bacot.
Pushed them to improve. They've made radical improvements in that short amount of time that they have been here.
And they said they knew what the next step of their game plan would be. I think we're seeing it.
Idiot.
Because there hasn't been
Saving kah?
before when you watch their online games.
Ya,
if you're a fan of
dapur itu,
EDG, if
dapur
you're
Riot
watching
loh.
Dapur Riot.
you are seeing
Dapur itu.
the step up by EDG.
Yeah,
Despite the fact that they're playing with the sun.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. Paper X just forced a save in this round. Haldong had a lurk play going actually, up towards the top of Tube, but just never got an opportunity to go for anybody. Now takes a peek into Divine, goes down.
Iya.
That same kind of lurk
Iya, jalur bawah tanah.
could be a possibility.
Susul gini gua.
Look at how Smoggy just jiggle peeks that and is instantly
Susul
looking for
gini
the
anjir
player
gua.
supporting Jig. This showcases to me
Susah
that they
kalau yang
understand how the
udah
top
kerja
teams
mah.
in the world are going to play. It's so easy
AI-nya ada.
for a team to forget that there's always going to be someone ready to support Jig,
ready to bail them out.
But just noticing that there's going to be a trap there and being aware of where the player's going to peek from, I think that speaks very highly to how Smoggy and the rest of EDG are actually thinking about breaking apart these defensive setups. And it's another really good start to a match for EDG.
Cloudburst onto the recon. Does avoid all of that one and a dash back. Just before Forsaken collects that kill onto Kang Kang.
It's still A aggression from Paper X.
Waduh. Wah, Davai lagi nggak kena anjir.
Ciri-cirinya udah masuk.
Ciri-ciri
And that was playing there a lot. Yeah, that was
Forsaken cuman HP gitu anjir.
underneath. And how does Smoggy and nobody play this?
Golongan orang EDG.
Banyak pelatih online gini, guys.
dangerous position to drone from.
Oh ya,
It's only
tiba-tiba
Smoggy
jadi
watching, but
coach
now
semua
Smoggy
gini.
trying to work
Iya.
off the back of the
Kayak Ahmad aja lu.
Apaan sih tadi kayak gitu?
but entirely doable, I think.
Udah kayak
Kalau
Ahmad.
gua tuh harusnya
Is known, they know there's a bottom side
Kalau
tube
udah
here.
nyebut kalau gua
menurut gua sih kalau gua udah menang banget. Kalau lu di situ, harusnya lu udah juara.
Ah, nobody taik banget anjir.
The online stage, but now a mighty task ahead of him. Bullets left. That Prowler just about the
Kena lo padahal.
to his heels.
Jauh banget tuh anjing.
30 seconds remaining. Players are low. Let's try and isolate a
Low semua lagi dua-duanya anjir.
single bullet will do it.
Kalau double pick
Single
kita
with
tungguin aja, tungguin dia
a
pasti.
breath onto Benkai and Forsaken would take them down. Look at this play.
Terus kita harus ngapain
He
lagi?
has shown phenomenal game sense
10 detik
and
udah
mechanical
gede,
ability.
langsung ke as. Harusnya tahu.
Iya.
Parah. Gile.
Nah, anjir.
Ngerti banget tidak.
SK.
Ngerti banget tuh udah cocok jadi coach.
One SP lagi tai.
A recon dart.
Di aspek dong.
Nobody is so intelligent in these situations, and he is outplaying
Udah
Paper
cocok
Rex
ya
right now.
jadi coach ya.
One SP and
Kok dia ngeliat sih?
kok dia bisa tahu tuh dari belakang anjir?
Recon, kocak.
Oh iya.
Gak maksudnya kan dia harus
Slightest bit of damage will do it. It's all
Ya,
about
sekarang
timing.
harus
It's
udah.
all about timing. Back to back. Where are the players playing?
Ya
Loh,
Allah.
Ya Allah. Anjing.
Clutch it through. Welcome
Dia nggak
to
tahu.
champs.
Iya dia nggak tahu sih, cuma kan
Lah.
Jumus aja.
Nobody
Bisa di-
this is his map. This is his playground.
Ini kalau dia
His
jalan
over
lagi
here
ya.
is phenomenal.
Bisa dibilang laki juga sih.
Jing to start things
Iya,
out.
iya, iya.
Grabs the kill onto Vaya's
Ada faktor laki juga dia.
Gak nonton di kaco kalian? Kaco sibuk. Kaco sibuk ngurusin IRL. Kesel nonton dia pagi-pagi. Sibuk sendiri.
Bingung timer aja.
Iya. Iya, kesel gue.
Kayaknya harus butuh asisten dah tuh si Kaco.
Nanti ada Lamka, tenang, ada Lamka.
And Paper Rex are forced to adapt. Brent, they've thrown
They've
thrown an aggressive setup where Jing was hiding in nest with
Time
Cosette.
out lagi ya?
They've thrown
Perasaan yang dari tadi time out, Peprex doang ya?
Citra cuci piring. Sistem kayak tukang batagor ya? Cuman pakai kasih hitam doang.
Dicelup doang.
Yang busanya dikit banget.
Yang sportnya pakai plastik.
Iya, kresek hitam. Asal bersih aja, yang penting gak ada bumbu kacangnya doang gitu.
Legend.
I'm so excited to see as well. This player nobody on EDG.
Cuci piring selebem.
Share screen gua nggak ini kan, nggak nge-lag kan?
A top initiator player in the world. He's got the skill, he's got the game sense that we've been witnessing.
4-1 nih anjir.
He just needs the scalps. He just needs the trophies. Yeah, I completely agree. Nobody has been phenomenal from what I've watched so far.
Saya jadi creeper ya.
From a quieter position.
Gak mau dikatin matchnya.
But one of the
Saya
stats
sudah
that jumped
beberapa
out to me
bulan.
actually about Nobody, out of the, what do we have, 80 players in the tournament or something? Yeah. He's in the 7th place for damage per duel.
Nggak nikmatin match kan, tapi nikmatin duit.
Even when he loses duels against
Tetap saja jadi beban.
takes such smart fights. Able to put his team
Ini gua baru ngeh tumben make jet ya.
Kok tumben dia belum upload?
Anjay, lu ada asisten sekarang bisa ngupload cepet.
Udil kerja, Udil.
Bantu kan gua.
Sombong.
Udil.
Samping lu orang.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Got the knives. How do you not get punished there? The wall over the top. This angle slightly ajar. It's going to be able to find this one, but now the Hunter's Fury to try and supplement it. Push through. Nobody just pre-firing it all.
Dapat 3 gitu anjir.
And he gets the damage.
Wah, ente.
Creates the space. That late low from Howdong enough to secure it.
Wah,
And that's another gorgeous set play that EDG
the best demokrasi ya kah? Kalah nih main Fitness.
Ini padahal map picknya ini ya.
Peprex.
Look at the chaos that's created within the Paper Rex ranks as they had a 4-stack waiting to collect all 5 players at that point. Every burst of the Hunter's Fury using to clear an angle, push the players into
Ini
Howdong.
bajunya mirip boom lagi. Pas.
EDG actually look a little bit uncoordinated in terms of how they're getting the spike down on B, but they're being able to create enough pressure in mid that doesn't matter.
Band dapur itu gak sih?
Paper Rex being asked some serious questions.
Aduh.
Guns back in hand. Jing opting for a more passive approach to the A defense.
Onik.
I think they've spotted where he's hiding though.
Ya ketahuan dong Jing.
They suspect this one, I think.
Susah juga di
Down portions of the wall. This is where.
Aduh. Davai lagi gak kena banget anjir.
Orang Tuhan kan anjir.
Iya.
Bisa lah.
Kalian lagi nonton ya anjing, nggak bisa gini.
Rame nih.
Ayo main free kill.
Dapat nih. Wow, kelihatan di. Astagfirullah. Apaan sih?
What a beautiful clear that was. I mean, that was
Cina angle-nya bagus ya, cek angle-nya ya.
Rasis gini anjing.
Itu orang Cina loh.
Chinese ke atau Mandarin ke?
Orang Cina. Ben.
Itu apa?
Biar lebih smooth gitu anjir. Orang-orang Chinese kan orang-orang Cina.
Ya udah sama.
Sering lihat kan
kasar banget gitu loh.
Iya kan bener orang Cina.
Orang yang bilang Cina kasar tuh baru itu yang bro.
Iya benar.
Oke.
Bener kan?
Oke, mantap. Apakah
Cina tuh
Bisa kah?
dapat.
Tuh Vito, aduh dapat. Dapat nggak? Aduh.
Lah,
menang.
Enggak lah. Orang defender. Meledak.
Oh, udah planted.
No opportunity to get round on the board. And Bren, I think already our question has been asked.
6-1 gini.
Into that too, thinking, was it just Pearl that made EDG look close to our grand finals to Copenhagen?
Mobil attacker saya juga enggak kayaknya.
Not the case. Even if EDG have a comeback and are able to win the map, similar to Pearl.
Ya gua diem aja deh, takut nih.
EDG I think have already showcased that they can go toe to toe.
Dari tadi udah berapa kali
Iya.
diem ya?
And I don't know whether they're going to be able to pull off comebacks like that.
No excuse though. There's a lot of aggression, including that haunt. And watch the power of the top.
Dia tahu loh mau di-pick loh.
The players are there.
Wah, Allah. Ente banget. Anjir.
Can't cover his tracks.
Caught. Spike going down. All of the players from Paper X on the other side of the map as well.
Oh, kita
How Dog looking to
orang
pick
ada
people
di
out.
spawn musuh aja.
Kenapa sih satu-satu sih?
Jangan absen.
Biasanya.
Iya.
Bukan channel Windah bro, jangan absen bro, please bro.
Tuh banyakin tuh.
There's no way. There's no shot. You can't be whipping this one.
Apaan sih? Nafsu ya? Kita lihat kelas master kita di Adick. Wah, satu dari mid anjir. Ente.
Watching all the potential angles. 7 rounds now. They were gaming. These guys are so in control right now. Their own destiny, obviously the stakes here.
Lala kemana nih? Hilang gini Lala.
Champs 2022, these guys are here to play.
Gak ada komen nih.
Ini ya masih ditanya. Udah di TO ini masih ditanya.
Sumpah gua nggak tahu siapa yang TO aja.
EDG is 7-1 up and they've been able to win these
Kagak anjir, orang gua pegang sendiri ini akunnya.
Dipegang apanya tuh?
Apanya tuh?
YouTube-nya.
Belum sah dari
ini Tuhan anjir.
Aduh, ini Tuhan anjir nih. Tuhan Kangkang nih. Tai nih.
Indonesia jadi famous deh.
Iya.
Simple kayak ini.
Tuhan Kangkang anjir. Ya Allah, apa sih? Kena lele sendiri ya? Ketutupan.
That is a spectacular round again from How Dong. He's a master inside the Viper's pit.
Waduh,
He just can't be stopped.
All the traces revealing his position.
Map bisa map 3 sih.
Dia taker nanti dia.
Harga pertama turbo CS
Tuh lihat tuh. Turunnya tuh kayak ngebanget anjir.
Iya.
And honestly, Brent, when I've been watching Edward gaming, I would tell you.
Gua lagi makan dimsum nih. Emang gua makan nih.
Anjir makan tuh dimsum enggak tuh. Tai.
Makan nih hakau dari gua.
EDG's skill was never in question. This is a stacked
Makan nih barang KW.
Tuh kan yang rasis tuh siapa tuh?
Both Howland and Chichu have found moments to put the team on their back. Howland with his IGLing, with his performance, with his ults. Chichu with the clutches on map 1. It's been an all-round effort. And EDG are running away with things here.
Forcing a timeout here out of Paper X.
Makanan khas Singapura ada nggak sih?
Ada.
Hainan
apa sih namanya lupa.
On Earth, obviously never a question that
gantungan kunci Singapura.
Merlion tuh makanan tuh Merlion.
Purely speculation.
Singapura itu ditagih.
Atau ada yang makan gitu kan gantungan.
Duck packing tuh mah, duck packing. Malaysia ya. Packing.
Bukannya dari Indo ya?
Packing apa packing sih? Packing ya? Bebek packing anjir. Packing apa ini? Mau ke Turki dia packing anjing.
Lu yang bilang bangsat packing gitu.
Top dogs well.
Orang nyebutnya bebek packing.
Iya packing, gua taunya packing anjir. Tuh, dapet mulu lu. Wah.
Kok gua delay gini nonton di Devin? Nonton bajakan deh.
Nonton DC dong. Ya Allah. Tuhan diem dong.
Ntar lu yang disuruh beneran diem sama Tuhan gimana lu?
Tuhan
disuruh diem gitu.
Oke, aku bikin kamu bisa.
Anak lu bilang ya wah.
He's the most active player in Champions, right? That means he takes the most fights of any player in the tournament. Number 2 is Jing. Number 3 is Forsaken. And Kangkang is still...
Tuh lihat tuh anjir.
Aduh. Tim region situ aneh-aneh.
We've seen it
ZRM
match so far.
JJ kakak.
Honestly, as well as
bacanya
Kangkang.
Kepanjangan.
Kungkung kan namanya sebenarnya. Tulisannya. Nah. Iya.
Perhaps this is the round where EDG might be getting a little overconfident, but listen, I can't blame them. They're 9-1 up currently.
Wah, mid-nya anjir.
And the res brings Kangkang back online anyway.
Udah kayak si Nats mainnya ya, main mid ya Vipernya ya.
Well, that's going to be a push down for a Q. Forsaken is dealt with.
Susah bro, lawan
And there's
Sabit
never a
bro.
hole in this default. At least not one that Paper can find.
Forsaken lagi yang kayak ini.
They exist on the map for sure, but it feels like EDG have a great read on where Paper X's players are going to try and challenge, which areas of the map they're prodding and poking.
Bukannya PRS nggak pernah duelis ya? Ini Icebox akhir-akhir. Iya PRS akhir-akhir nggak pernah duelis kan? Di Icebox. Nyoba kayaknya. So gue kan terakhir Forsaken ini kan. Pakai chamber kan dia. Oh iya.
Sapa Clipper senior lu dong ini.
Berisik. Ngelip Bang Jis Valorant.
10-1 ini mah. 12-1, 13-1 ini mah.
JP. Clipper senior aja.
Hari-hari pakai.
Clipper div.
Menik aja bisa ya?
Bisa lolos gini, serius deh gue.
Gue jadi inget sama SMG gue 13-0 di Facebook.
There's some logic behind it because Paper X's comp is very, unidimensional, one-dimensional behind it. In some senses, it has to push you. This map,
sekarang baru loh kalau udah ultinya kebuka ini ada logonya.
You want to play? Let's play. Trapped as well, cuts up those angles, knives and play on top of it.
Kalau yang biasanya tulisan ready doang ya?
Ready dong.
Stranger to this one obviously.
On the other side of the map, Forsaken and Jing will not be deterred. They're pushing aggressively again, even though normally EDG have 2 players watching.
Bisa banget tuh diambil tuh.
Paper X are getting good information on the other side of the map.
Say nobody is one away from results.
Ah, kelihatan dah.
Kalau beneran bisa diambil sih, mantep sih.
Aduh.
Aduh.
Nice. Ini
Ini
battle anjir. Ah, Jing dapat. Bisa sih. Wah, dicek.
Susah tapi.
Waduh, ada Tuhan. Ada Tuhan. Nah, dia keluar smoke. Dapat nih. Nice. Lumayan lah ya. 10-2 tadi.
Banget sih EDG-nya. Sampai maju-maju gitu. Mentang-mentang ini udah jauh. Udah nggak peduli.
Iya, sombong banget ya.
Thank you very much, Bren. And Sideshow, what are we seeing here, Kilios? What are we seeing?
It is the pure, unadulterated chaos.
Sering begini. Apa pung? Cipung.
Wild plays coming through.
Ada cipung adik-adik.
Shocked me. The draft. That's what shocked me. I think that if you have Haven open, that is a
Dia
map you should
cipung,
really
rame
be
pung.
looking against EDG. Everything else is a little bit more up in the air. Icebox is absolutely one that I would have strayed away from. They play this against Onslayers in the LCQ in East Asia, and again, nobody ace on Sova. He just does it again. It's incredible.
Yeah, and they're so good on this map, and that's despite the fact that they're playing with the substitute. They pulled Smoggy in.
Kalau mau watch party itu daftar ya emang ya?
Daftar.
Kan lu gak
Tapi
daftar.
nggak usah juga.
Maksudnya daftarnya di mana?
Yeah, let's talk about Smoggy because we expect
Email ya?
Ini nggak sih Upar?
DMIG.
Kilios, what have you made of his role?
DMIG.
So far from
One
Smoggy,
up,
honestly, kind of across
DMIG,
both
DMIG
maps
one
is
up.
that he is playing serviceably for what his team needs. They don't need Smoggy to
cuek
come in and
aja.
have a life-esque performance.
Gua jadi jelek gini ilegal tai.
But they just needed him to be serviceable, and he is
Nggak.
absolutely
Ntar minta logonya sama kacau ntar.
Yeah, and I mean, looking towards his second half now. No, don't be
So
distracted by the
that's my
Phoenix.
gift for to Bangkok.
Kan bisa ambil di Discord kan dia, siapa tahu di
But
Discord.
it's not sweet right now for the Paper X fans because it is looking grim for them. Only 2 rounds thus far. Their attacking side can struggle on this map sometimes. I think with the Favors, they struggle to be able to counter out the operators on the other side. They're going
Ntar gua WA deh.
in a chamber club. EDG can throw aggression. They can hold with the ops. It's a really powerful defensive side. Some crazy
Ntar WA kacau dulu, cok minta logo watch party.
Okay, well the desk says no.
Maaf, kenapa dikecilin ya?
Apa itu suaranya?
Gimana sih watch party?
Belum adik-adik, belum mulai. Males gua denger suara ini bahasa Inggris.
I think that we are set up here for a fantastic map 3.
Fantastic main freak.
As Achilles is saying on the desk,
Time to shine for Paper X.
Let's go.
Haven is one of those maps that I would have also expected Paper X to go for, and Paper X have the advantage on.
Tapi kayaknya mau W itu susah anjir lawan EDG.
Dimajuin juga ya.
Dimajuin juga soalnya.
Yeah, honestly, would have said it on. I think both the maps.
Udah kayak tukang baja.
Tapi emang gitu nggak sih caranya?
Pressure.
Kalau ada yang
choke point, that's going to force out the horns and the walls, portions of it being broken off. In fact, the kill already being found, the Smoggy falling.
There goes Smoggy. The pistol ace side that EDG have
dia kok bisa beli 5 ini?
Trying to take it. Okay.
Nggak beli heal.
Just about being able to pick this up. This is what you're going to see
Nggak beli trap ya?
with gaming is that they are not going to be afraid still to get straight into the action. Kills being found. Backwards, forwards, this way, that way. With the wall dropped up.
Nice. Dapat.
Still being watched off. But players are low enough here that there is a possibility.
Ooh.
That double face though eventually shuts it down.
Let's go. Awal yang baik adik-adik.
For EDG, I don't think you need to be doing anything crazy here, no force buy or anything like that. You have such a massive lead. Now, if you want to talk about the comeback being a possibility here, I mean, take a look at this as well. Smoggy's last official match, July, as a member of Weibo Gaming. So he's not normally a player for this team. That's the other part that I was talking about earlier. He's not somebody that's been in and out of EDG, a long-time sub. He's somebody that they've got in at the last second for Istanbul and found fantastic success so far in this match. Yeah. If we're going to talk though about the potential for a comeback during this, I hope short technical.
Listen, it had to happen at some point, Josh.
Gimana funnya anjir?
Well, I'm glad it's here though. But the Paper X attacking side in general, not specific to Icebox, but in general, is very good. It's one of the big areas that they have a massive advantage over EDG usually, the attack side. But that's about delivery. Bonus rounds, that's about manipulate EDG and get entry picks as well. A lot of those things have not really been going their way over the course of this entire series. And it was a short tech pause. I knew it was. Super quick.
Good job. You didn't miss it. As soon as you said that,
Rada coklat-coklat gitu dikit.
Tukang baja ya.
So these kind of rounds, a good opportunity to take a look at how EDG are defending. So
Mereka nggak beli ya? Davai Vandal aja.
Kayak di Copenhagen juga kan.
That Hardong is throwing down.
Very fast and loose at the positioning though. Looks like they've already rotated a lot of the bodies over towards this one site. Can they try and take the fight? The answer is yes. That's going to be a trade. In fact, another one just underneath belt. Just underneath the rafters, I should say. Still looking for a couple more with the pistols.
But just running and gunning, man. A Mind Freak, he didn't have a weapon until just now.
Ya Allah.
What a thrifty! And that has put the nail in the coffin, Brent. If there was
ini kungkung kangkung anjir. Banyak makan kangkung dia.
Dimsum dibilang dimsum.
Dimsum kangkung tuh isinya.
Jangan kebanyakan.
Look at the skill involved here. I mean, EDG are never out of these kind of rounds.
Tuh anjir. Ini loh. Di.
Chuck the bodies towards the side that you think that they're leaning towards. Trade it out. Try and play.
GG anjir.
And listen, a lot of teams do that. That's not specific to how EDG are playing. To me, it's the consistency of shots being hit that's absurd. And the fact they're keeping it up. Winning the duels against one of the best teams we have in the world. There's Smoggy getting a bit too aggressive without support, however.
I think that's a bit of a showcase, honestly, of maybe the gap with Life not playing. Smoggy was out in the open there. There was no one covering that belt angle. Does not play here. Well, the Horn spotted him, and the Seas on top of it. Lashes in position, and it's set up Forsaken beautifully. 2 kills.
Kita lihat how apakah aduh.
Play and weave inside that Viper's orb.
Ayo kita
an opportunity had Haldong found 2. Left to Kankan.
Enggak, jangan. Gua kira jadun.
EDG though is still going to be able to fly up possibly into the next round. Not great credits by any measure, but they could go for something mad with a force buy where Kankan's using Hunter bullets and stuff, but I think always the better option to play safe when you have such a lead.
Apalagi
the opportunities are gonna
bikin masalah emang.
However, good utility coming out from Becca. Excellent entry from Forsaken.
Parah lu.
If there's any hope for comeback, the attacking first duels are going to be what decides it. Forsaken Jing need to be so sharp with their entries. And coming into this tournament, Brett, Kankan has been destroying first duels. This is absurd, but he's been winning 2/3 of his opening duels. No one else in the tournament comes even close. Most people are around 50%. Every half Kankan averages a 3-to-1 KD in terms of first duels, and no one else is close in the tournament. But the advantage Pyrex has is that they have Forsaken and Jing to try and take those back.
Being supported well.
That sets him up. You don't have to just go for the raw aim duels, of course you don't.
Yeah, precisely.
But Pyrex are going to be asked to do almost the impossible here in recovering 7 rounds in a row on their attack side and making that timeline look like a joke by the end of it.
Kalau Dava yang ngegendong kayak
things might get a little bit more difficult as well. Obviously, time might be taken for the next round. Gaming are going to be playing for this one.
Waktu ini Dava nggak sih yang gendong lawan apa ya di picture?
Heavy presence in mid actually watching this one. It's going to be that clash, I think, a bit of a battle taking place. Yes, indeed, straight for a tube. That's Smoggy. He's rattling off the shots.
Oh, nice.
He's going to be healed himself up as well. Collects another one.
Lala sehat kah? Diem aja Lala.
Oh my goodness. Coverage needs to be in play.
Agak anjir.
Using that weapon.
Ngambek dia.
Yeah, good luck.
Padahal tadi gua udah ajakin Discord.
Headhunter bullets expended.
No! Gimana cerita?
I don't think Davai intended to go for that one.
Apaan sih anjir?
Still going to be able to get
nice.
gained onto that A side, but they have handed over the the weaponry at least exchanged here and there.
Baru champion
And
it looks like a position where Jing should be
Nice,
punished. And he does Jing things
Alah,
again. Links them
halo.
both up.
Diam gitu.
Wild round. But now EDG are going to have rifles back in their hands.
I was curious, honestly, as well, whether or not they were going to be trying to save a bit of their money as well, get the operators online on the defensive side, but no, just opting to the rifles being played.
Kang opts a lot more than Divine or Forsaken on Paper X. Even if you combine Divine and Forsaken together, Kang still uses the operator more than they do. Opting not for it in this case, but a tour de force out for Divine on the attack side doesn't normally play these kind of situations too aggressively. More just to support.
Tuh dimajuin tuh, lihat anjir.
Divine has the spike headed towards A right now, and it is such an aggro setup from EDG.
Ya Allah.
Kang takes the fight, nobody trying to bail him out, but at least there is the swing. Forsaken's able to trade it, but you never expect the follow-up. Smoggy's still up top on Bell, all the knives expended. Forsaken's just trying to get the hell out of there.
Two players up. Jing, if he finds a kill, will have the res back online. Bodies all over the place, and Chichu on the fast flank.
The angle. Tap the rifle, repositioning, and spike drop down.
That's a res, but that also gives time for Chichu to start working his way forwards and deny these bodies. Sorry, apologies, misreading that one. Thought that was Jing that we were watching this for.
Bit of running out of play. He forces the favorable fight, he doesn't go down. It's gonna be that 12th round.
Map 3 kah?
One more will do it.
EDG have just been that defensive setup. Definitely bodes taking a look at again. They had an aggressive Viper smoke that Smoggy was inside of, and Smoggy is then able to swing out on Belt off the back of everyone else's aggression. That is such a good defensive setup for A aggression that I haven't seen other teams using. EDG bringing fresh ideas to the table at their first time at a global event. And they're just looking masterful.
Dash to the side. That's a knives in play.
Ya Allah.
Impeccable crosshair placement from Smoggy.
And absolutely fearless. I mean, just not worried about running into him there at all.
Just anticipating the wide swing as well.
And that's a first death. Paper X cannot afford it. They need 7 rounds in a row clean.
Kalau kita kan ngarahin ke kepala tuh susah banget.
They're walling for it. Oh! Right abortion. Brutal! But the spot is there. There is going to be coverage in play. Recon against the side. They heard the drop. Mike was going to be closer towards me. It's going to be that double swing now. Paper X have to be clean with the fundamentals. Have to be clean with the gunplay. They are coming out at least on top of that one short engagement. There's still a minute left. They could pump the brakes if they wanted to, but it looks like they're opting to just try and take the fight right into the barrel of Kang. Back up, re-clearing into the position. 2 of the players are standing. All of these liberties being taken. This could be it. The final blow. And it's just down to the singular player. Divine cannot stand up against it. Map number 3 is on the cards.
What a play, what a map. And the questions start to get answered. EDG are for real. No matter which way this third map goes, over on Haven. The analyst desk was saying it leans towards Paper X, but it doesn't matter in my head which way it goes. A 13-5 victory on Icebox shows me that EDG have got it. They are able to bring it against the best.
Kayaknya biar bisa dicopot.
Just that bit of nuance extra on top of the raw mechanical ability that they've been showing over and over and over.
Biar bisa tuh.
And we were talking about maybe the aggression from EDG being a bit reckless. That was the other way around. They were the ones. It was EDG that were pumping the brakes. EDG that were the ones to defend the rotation. And actually, it was Paper's attack rounds were a bit more one-dimensional. Always just sweeping 5 players towards A.
Sambil dorong-dorong sambil
Saya nampak hantu.
Kang baso.
Aku jadi hantu. Tuh, itu loh anjir. Geli banget tuh Nobody.
Sini Paper X defender duluan lagi. Seven.
Confidence is there. Momentum is on the side.
Kan attacker kan.
And despite the fact that this is just
mainnya miring banget ya.
It does feel like there's still stakes.
Atau anjir.
Phoenix masih kalau kalah sih bocil-bocil Indo pasti bacot ya.
Ngapain sih pakai Phoenix gitu?
Sama kayak ini ya, kayak apa lawan FPX terakhir deh. Macam bacot.
Map 3 apa? Map 3.
Padahal kalau mau bilang overrated juga nggak bisa anjir. EDG-nya juga gokil ya.
Siapa defend duluan?
Nggak tahu.
Telinga lu budok ya?
Anjir, tweetnya Wilson dibalas dong sama Boster.
Gue lagi makan, gak kedengeran. Di luar.
Makan mulut, bukan telinga.
Gue lagi bersama Marcel dengan
Kacau udah.
Makanya di telinga.
Kacau udah nyampe ya?
Anjing, only if we win, anjay.
Tahu lo, Juva.
Kacau udah sampai anjir.
Sampai mana?
Nggak tahu nih balas WA gua nih.
Ya nyampe
Iya,
tempat
transit
lah,
itu.
Dia transit ya?
Baru transit ya.
Berapa
Transitnya
jam sih?
14. Katanya 14.
Sampai mana namanya? Moskat.
Iya, Moskat.
Muskat tuh apa?
Tahu.
USB kah?
USB
yang tuh
Buat
Marcel.
negara di Timur Tengah gitu.
Secret lab-nya yang Valorant anjir keren banget champion.
Beli.
Kok mas gue?
AdSense sebulan bisa lah juga.
Mana ada?
Muskat Oman. Gue kira Omen aja. Berapa jam? 14 jam ininya.
14.000.
Denger lagu dulu enggak sih, bro?
Ya iya, bro. Mana lagunya, bro? Masih 1,5 menit aja.
Siapa nama yang jago di Leviathan tuh? Chamber?
Ye.
Mamat mainnya bukan?
Dia yang mulu anjir.
Siapa?
Gua.
Bukan.
Muscat itu ibu kota terbesar Oman. Oman.
Iya, Oman, di Oman.
Oman.
Orang reggae semua
namanya.
Lamka suruh Bang Kaco naik unta Lamka di sana.
Anjir 14 jam ngapain ya?
Transit ya, kagak bisa keluar.
Dia transit doang.
Biasanya ada kan transit sehari dulu pernah.
Iya, ini 14 jam
Kalau
doang.
punya visanya mah bisa kan, kagak ada.
Nggak bisa keluar kan ya?
Oh.
Ketahan di dalam di airport kan 14 jam.
Sama cowboy
Manja.
in LA.
Anjay, which region
Kulila ini nih.
Si Wilson mukanya bisa seneng gitu ya. Padahal lama di manja. Sombong gitu kacau aja. Host party langsung di venue babi.
McD kayaknya enak.
Beliin.
Belilah.
Beli ya.
Kan beli baju, bro. Uangnya, bro.
Misal CLBK cerita lama beli kagak.
Dari tadi ya. Dari awal ini all match make di
Mendosan.
Wait.
Anjir.
Buset. Mic-nya ditelan gitu, Bang.
Kaget.
Betul.
Gue juga kaget aja.
Oi.
Yang mana nih, Paper X apa Edward?
Onik katanya. Kata Caca Onik katanya.
Bareng gitu.
Onik udah kalah dia sibuk.
Biar
Server ini aja lagi live.
Ini pro player ini watch party.
Siapa?
Kecil.
Goceng.
Kan Onik udah nggak
goceng.
perlu champion, bro. Watch party nomor 1, bro.
Banget ya, sumpah.
Tahu ya.
Parah anjir.
Ya pundungan. Ayo lo.
Yuk. Ayo.
Gak cocok lu peran
Yor kok nggak nonton nih?
Iyer nonton tuh.
Iya, host party anjir.
bosen lihat muka Yor.
Napski nggak live?
Lagi teleponan sama gua.
Nafsi kayaknya udah nggak live lagi, dia bilang. Dia sempet ngomong sih kemarin, katanya udah nggak live lagi.
Karena di komen sama orang.
Kayaknya dia ini deh. Apa sih namanya? Lagi fokus latihan nggak sih?
Iya bisa jadi sih.
Soalnya cuma satu kan slotnya. Slot apa kan cuma satu?
Iya, satu.
belum tentu juga si AE pasti dapat anjir.
Buren kan lagi kuat-kuatnya ya.
Iya, bisa jadi improve lawannya kan. Bahaya gitu. Ah, yang bener laknat kau. Iyalah. Bener lah anjing. Siapa nih laknat kau nih? Ini nobody sih yang lagi dapat Xbox-nya.
Ini gue lagi ngedit thumbnail nih.
Huya.com apaan Huya.com aja? Huya.com. Mari kita cari.
Apa?
Huya.com.
Huya Android aja coba lu cari.
Huya.com apaan anjir? Live stream ya? Anjir. Anime gitu isinya. Even apakah Neon adik-adik? Reina nggak sih? Belum.
No, actually, we're gonna let both of them through. We're gonna play on both of those maps in our very first series, so they have to have a hell of a lot of confidence now with whatever adjustments they make for this map.
Yeah, but talk of confidence, they've had it thus far. Even in their loss on the vibes were high. We're right next to them here, and you can hear the yells from this team. They are excited, they are ready, they are not feeling the pressure in this series thus far. But with that substitute, it really could throw a wrench into play, because for PaperX, they run a really coordinated setup here on Haven. The fade raise in the past has looked like one of the best implementations of that composition.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hell of a lot of pressure on all of the players, but like you said, it doesn't feel like they're really feeling.
Monitornya Lenovo aja.
Oh iya, Reina tuh udah ketahuan aja tuh.
And he was saying, oh, yo, I think I'm a little bit
Kayaknya
nervous about this.
udah
I was like, why? There's no
disetting 3
audio.
round ini.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I think I'll be okay.
Udah in-game ya?
Like literally just like that. He's like, okay, now that you mentioned that, yeah, I think everything's gonna be fine, and it's showing through. This guy has so much confidence, and he instills it
Defend dulu ya.
into the team.
I wish I could translate some of what they're actually saying on stage, because Benkai speaks Chinese. Benkai understands what they're saying, so I don't know if you can hear them through his headset, but their energy is so high. They're very, very funny. They're trying to kind of like enjoy themselves when they can on stage, and that reminds me, Mimi, of PaperX. That's what PaperX do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about coming into this game. Oh, it's the fun-loving team. It's never the pressure there, but Haven is our map number 3 here.
It is indeed, as we head into the Prime Gaming Agent Select. PaperX, they've lost just once in the last 20 times they played this map. So I'm looking forward to seeing what
Last map was 1-for-1 change out with the jet. Why is this going on?
We got it!
Alright, so I messed this up going into the last map. This time, there
Ada bridge aja.
And the Cypher too. The Cypher has also come through.
We're picking Reina on Haven. Their previous composition was so good here, but they two Reinas similar
Fate.
domestically.
Apa yang masih
They played
sekolah?
this before. I think even in the group stages.
Oh,
back
nggak ada chamber.
I mean, I guess it can maybe work for PaperX here. You're giving up that base raise combo, but you do have the aggression and just kind of the individual performance that you can give to Jing on that role. Sky in the mix there as well. No Sova.
Kelas 2 udah Radian
Two
aja.
Reinas I'm seeing, right? It's also Reina on the side of EDG. Like I'm not blind. Or am I blind?
No, it's the fade.
Oh, I thought it was Reina.
I got debated by it last time.
It baited me.
It happens. It happens to all of us. But no, so this is the same exact composition that we saw from EDG when they played the grand final. They were able to take that. And again, this is their weakest map historically. That one, I believe they got pushed 13 to 11 or so, maybe 13 to 10 in that score line. They're sticking with the same composition. This leads me to believe they have to have some different strategies prepared coming in.
Yeah, it really did look rough then when they were playing that domestically. I think the improvement will come through. But what is PaperX going to show us with this Reina composition? You lose out on so much utility, so much synergy when you're playing the other.
Rambutnya udah kayak sapu aja.
You get the PaperX special, you get the whimsy, you get the fun when you're playing a comp like this.
Kalau gue dulu main ini titik kosong tau lo, titik kosong.
You just don't see that. So EDG EDG again. The
Point
pressure
blank,
will be
point.
on to make those changes, being ready for this
Hero.
EDG, they made Jing angry, it seems. Saisho and Brem, we have a Reina going to the final map of this series.
Main ayo berdansa.
Atau nggak ayo berdansa tuh. Di satu akun nih.
Pure ego play, I think, picking the Reina into this one. An old comp for PaperX. I mean, it tells a clear path, honestly. We are better than you. We want to take fights against you. We want to go toe-to-toe once more.
Are they better? What, has that been the course of this?
It's been missing, honestly. I think it's shown more nuance than PaperX over the course, at least of the second map on Icebox. But now
City main nggak?
different series of events. The way they play this Reina as well is quite interesting. Often it's just disrespecting any sort of intelligence played in a lobby control. We see it used a while back as well for PaperX.
Kalau serangan balik 1.6 main belum? Serangan balik 1.6.
Masters Reykjavik. And they got wins over DRX, and they got wins over the guard.
Pasti pada mikir di bahasa Indonesia.
Woi, itu mix siapa sih anjir?
Yang lawan zombie gue main, yang lawan zombie tuh. Main gue. Yang lari-lari. Gak pada main ini tembakan tilang.
Lala, thank you Lala.
Crossfire.
Lala kok diem-diem aja? Ya Allah.
Udah di TO sama bini lu.
Enggak, dia habis donate anjir.
Emang L itu Lala.
Iya. Waduh.
Jangan lah muka anjing.
Terus gua sendiri gitu.
Iya. Biar ada
Kocak.
bacain donate kayak YouTuber lain gitu.
Pala lu anjir. Dapet cuk. Nice Benkai.
Akhirnya menang pistol.
Semangat. Lala chat aja Lala. Gak apa-apa Lala.
Word of a man who has a wife.
Bro, maksa gitu ya.
Udah punya bukan cewek sih, istri malah.
Ya memang kenapa? Ya kan namanya viewer ya. Emang viewer cowok semua. Kan enggak juga.
Orang nggak mau ngechat gitu loh.
Ya kan daripada diem-diem aja kan. Waduh. Kok kena gitu Jing ya?
Tidak perlu lagi.
Ya Allah.
Tuh habis belajar tuh, dibalas tuh
Oh, habis belajar.
Belajar apa Kalala?
Dia mau ini aja. Apa namanya? Jumat besok ya?
Kalala mau ditemenin ke belajar Kalala?
Semangatin guys, besok dia sidang.
Aja 08.
Lusa ya, Jumat, lusa. Aduh.
Masa besok Jumat?
Lusa. Besok Kamis. Apaan aduh tuh Ipan, aduh.
Boom tuh main besok ya?
Boom besok emang.
Besok apa lusa?
Kurang tahu. Monik mulu.
Besok.
Itu siapa sih anjir? Gede gitu suara. Kaget gue aja. Boom ya? Boom kapan ya? Buat dia deh. Oh iya besok anjir. Tapi match kedua.
Wah ganggu orang tua.
Anjir black card.
Apa guys?
Black card apa tuh black card?
Hitam.
Black card.
Kayak tahu genre gitu black card.
Ya Allah. Kungkung.
Di mana Cipu? Di live lu lam kan.
Kenapa? Nggak tahu kemana Cipu. Apa sih lah mandi dulu sana udah mandi gua kocak. Benkai lo. Dapat 2 ente.
Apakah
Unfortunately, with Spectre
main
in
freak in
hand,
1v4
Benkai
apa?
just didn't have enough firepower to be able to get the spray transfer.
Seenggaknya dapat Vandal ya.
And Mind Freak, instead of going for a 1v4, we've seen incredible things from Mind Freak at Copenhagen and in this match actually. Pulling out, I think it was a 1v5 on Pearl, but
Bagaimana nih Pak analisis menurut Bang Raka ini?
Bung Raka.
And what an interesting dynamic this is, because EDG are playing a composition that PaperX are pretty familiar with. Of course,
Lama gitu anjir.
rest of the comp would
Oke, kita lanjut ke Marcel. Bagaimana nih? Apakah ini good eco yang bagus buat PaperX atau gimana?
Menurut saya ini dulu eco yang lumayan, mereka mendapatkan 1 kill dan walaupun musuh mendapatkan push plan, tapi lumayan lah main freak bisa mendapatkan Vandal dalam round ini.
Oh nice.
Iya sih menurut saya ya lumayan bagus lah econya. Sekian dari presentasi saya. Wassalamualaikum.
Anjir presentasi kocak.
Yang ingin
bertanya kenapa YMJKK botak?
Banyakan mikir dia anjir.
Weh,
Waduh.
Sorry.
Dia anak STM adik-adik.
Otak doang. Esther kagak.
Baru pertama masuk champion jadi
Nazar kah? Nazar tuh itu udah.
Maba Masters baru.
Maba champion kah?
Baru.
Fun fact, makasih fun fact-nya buat Mas Marcel.
Waduh. Waduh.
perfect.
Dibalas.
Just really nicely done from EDG.
Waduh.
And Davai completely caught.
Waduh.
With
Waduh, Benkai.
in his hands, Benkai.
Itu Davai kasihan anjir kena timing semua.
Matinya konyol terus ya.
Ya Allah, bisa gitu loh. Apa itu anjing? Cek PC anjir. Anjir. Aimlock tuh anjir.
Bantingan mata sipit.
Gue bilang angle sipit keren anjing.
Ayo aja. Ih.
Yo, dikis bye bro.
Tai.
Kiss bye bro.
They are still getting the trades off. PaperX are going to get challenged here. Unless they can get Jing in a position to duel frequently and use his dismiss. He's getting no value from the range.
Jing kena mulu loh.
Sumpah lo, Jing kasihan lo, wey.
Ya Allah, apa sih itu anjing?
Ini sisa 2 dong.
Itunya keren anjing, sumpah. Ben.
Kata Wilson, kalau Pepper
itu yang ngebak, ini emang stinger ya? Kira pandal.
It doesn't feel like EDG are poking at the beginning of the round to get information on where the site is playing. They've just happened to go to the right areas of the map.
They've gone for the same A lobby play.
Yeah, A lobby or a CX.
Chichu goes for the teleport. They just try and fight over, short and long, but
dari akad sih.
It's nothing really that's being.
Mereka buat bantai-bantai dong, lihat.
Antiko 5 lawan 2, mereka balik.
Kayak yang udah strike-nya udah kebaca gitu. Bantai dulu yang di A, kecil pasti kosong.
Sumpah bridge-nya alay, cowok.
Tapi ini bukan syarat kebaca sih. Ini lebih ke nggak masuk akal aja, main.
Iya.
Masalahnya kan EDG nggak pernah di internasional, jadi kita nggak pada tahu.
Gua kira si Benkai bawa AK anjir, skill-nya.
Dari tadi dibilang.
Ya Allah tuh.
Kayak yang RG
Lagi keluar di store ya, kaget.
Dibeli,
padahal bau ini.
Apa sih? Itu loh, kasihan banget lo Jing lo.
Aku mau main sama Jing.
Kenapa nggak di flash sama dia?
Aku mau main sama Jing.
Bro, please lah, Jing tuh serah sama kalian bro, jangan bincang ya.
Ya kan gue sebagai penonton kan nggak apa-apa kan bertanya.
Streamer sekarang.
OP nih. Kok nggak laku gini?
Gimana maaf, Caca kita berisik, maafin ya.
Ini siapa sih anjing, woi? Tai lu.
task ahead of him. That paranoia pushes him back. Straight bullets. Now the cam spots the positioning. He knows the amount of players.
Rame.
Making their way now onto.
Tuh nggak bisa loh dia mau pergi.
Kenapa nggak kiri? Nah.
Slam onto the angle. A wide swing Jing. That's gonna be two. Returns it back. The timing is everything. The
Satu kiri satu kanan, udah tahu santai hold angle. Chill bro.
Ada per second bisa sih.
Nggak ngomong ya.
Aduh.
Apalagi coach. Apalagi coach, kita harus ngapain lagi coach?
Maju
Tahu
dia.
dong kalau di smoke gitu ada yang lewat kalau kan nunggu. Jason.
Aduh.
Overthink kan.
Oh nice.
Gaming anjir.
What I say bro.
Ya ada. Tai lu. Rame sendiri anjir.
Kayaknya lu salah ngangkat karyawan dah juga.
Bentar lagi gua pecat.
Baru ngeklik 1. Udah dipecat anjir.
Satu match.
Gajinya 5%, Cok.
Itu juga diubah. Iya direvisi.
Kasih 1000 doang deh.
Beli ST aja nggak cukup tuh.
Maya dapat kiss. Dapat permen.
Kankan pushed away from mid. That's information gained that there was a mid push. They go into the C exec. This time Benkai is ready. Does it make a difference?
Anjingnya gak gerak.
Using the pull to try and disjoint this one.
Itu perlu tambahin ya.
Ya Allah.
His information is revealed. Right into the trap wire. You're revealed.
Lockdown.
Mindfreak swinging through 3 kills.
Gara-gara gitu
And now 2 left standing.
Chichu and nobody.
Jing dapat 2.
Close corner.
Udah 2 itu.
Enabled on the blade, still running forwards. And a little jiggle of the movement.
Udah mulai dapat nih PD-nya nih.
Yo semangat.
When it comes to the rounds.
There's the value that you're getting out of Benkai's setup.
Bro.
Benkai able to use his cage there.
Kasian aja tuh si Alvin jaga si Jojo.
Kalau sekarang per second gak? Accurate gak sih kakaknya?
Iya benar.
Gua tetap per second ada juga accurate. Gua bocil per second.
Sekarang kan soalnya X-Guard jadi streamer jebur kolam.
Anjir.
Mahal ngentot sebatonya.
At some point, I mean, it feels like EDG.
10.000 cuma nambah beberapa detik.
Emang ya? Mahal banget ya?
Menit itu nggak tahu berapa.
And at some point here, turns out right now.
Udah gitu udah habis, besoknya sabatan lagi.
Iya anjir. Waktunya habis, sabatan lagi. Iya.
Besoknya mati lagi, sabatan lagi.
Sampai full 10 jutanya.
Yang hari terakhir itu dia udah nggak sabaton, tapi karena masih ada ininya, Saveria-nya. Oh udah kita lanjut aja.
Soalnya dia naiknya malam sengaja anjir.
Biar nggak banyak ya.
Baru jam 10 coba.
Emang sengaja.
Iya biar nggak lama emang sengaja dia.
Dapat duit banyak tapi flash sebentar emang bangsat. Makanya per
Mulai jam 10 malam.
Jadi kalau dari siang kan orang-orang yang donate bisa siap-siap juga ya. Malam siapa itu?
Bocil Excurate, Kaneki bocil Excurate.
Iya.
Wah.
Gak peduli sih kalau lu kayak.
Iya. Juga lu.
Kering aja gak?
Makasih fun fact-nya ya.
Langsung keluar.
Kedile mulu anjir. Kasihan gini. Wah, 2 lagi.
Fact-nya ya.
Bukan fanboy Bunny gimana sih?
Nggak bisa dapat 2 sih. Double pick-nya atas bawah anjir.
Udah per second dapat kolateral amin.
Susah sih.
Musiman.
Bayangkan kalau udah punya cowok, kalau punya cewek. Iya. Apa yang kamu ambil?
Forsaken on top of it.
Yang kalian inginkan.
No way. Sure, he's actually been pushing.
Yo, dapat tapi.
Dapat dong keren.
Nice. Enggak apa.
Cuman ya itu OP loh.
OP tapi dia.
Iya sih.
Gimana ya? Kayak
Benkai still has his setup over on A.
worth it kah?
Just gonna leave Jing
Enggak sih.
with that side for you to
Iya,
do.
Duelis di
Trap wire smoke
spread
going up
sama
onto
ini.
the connector. Now Spike.
Shortnya
Start to be planted.
Dapat.
Waduh. Belakangnya nggak ke expect. Buka kamera Benkai. Please, reflect. Nggak ada dong ya.
Aduh, belakangnya.
Nice. Mampus lu.
Untung mau wave anjir. 1v1. Nice.
Lalu ngelawan
Main freak lagi. Bos.
The Mas Cluster.
I think he's 18 and 5 in 1v1. I mean, unless I missed one earlier on in the game, but either way, this guy has just been phenomenal recently in the clutch. And the cool way that
iya ada kodok ternyata.
Oh iya ada kodok.
Ada spraynya.
Oh ada spraynya.
Apa sih anjir?
Beneran guys, gua kodok.
Oh ada Davai.
Kalau ini kan Benkai cosplay intro doang ya cosplaynya. Kalau Davai sepanjang miss ini. Tinggal bawa HT doang, tinggal bawa HT.
Anjir, kayak tukang bakso tuh.
Cosplaynya
Tukang bakso tuh champion bro.
Tinggal bawa HT, udah mirip banget kayak Intel.
Tapi rambut Davai bagus aja.
Davai Petrus.
Wah anjing.
Ya pak, ini dia baru masuk apa?
Rambutnya Davai bagus.
DP anjing.
Saya tembak ya pak.
Izin untuk
Kontep pak. Izin untuk kontep. Tembak doang, mau kontep doang izin. Lama keburu di kill balik.
And that's what I'm not quite understanding. How Dong should have an
Ada
opportunity
Petrus of
to
Angel
use the
bro.
Rolling Thunder and push Paper Rex into retake. Paper Rex play retakes the least out of everybody in the offense. Only less than half the time, Paper Rex are playing retakes. Always trying to fight you before you get to the site. So even if you just use the ult to secure the spike plant, that's
Pasti
value.
sibuk Saweria.
Ini Smogi stand-in dari mana sih anjing? Dapat famous. Dapat famous gratis.
So
masalahnya setim famous
why
semua
not try and
gimana?
get value out of the breach hole? What are you holding it for? Post plant setup maybe? Or maybe just trying to force Paper Rex to play around it, but honestly that's only gonna make
Push A dia.
more aggressive. Here comes the Nightfall.
Pakai roaming biasanya nggak terlalu bagus.
Aduh. Wah anjir, semua lo. Oh nice Benkai. Dua ya. Wah, dapat flank dong. Udah mati chambernya anjir. Nice Jing.
Aku mau Jing.
Nice.
Aku mau Mama Jing.
Aku mau Mama Jing anjing. Tahi.
Entry yang TikTok itu keluar dari
Jadinya
Mama Jing lu.
Ansen gua ansen. Tapi si Benkai anchornya bagus.
Benkai kan dari dulu main Cypher.
Iya, Cypernya imba anjir. Ya Cypernya emang imba aja dari dulu. Siapa sih itu tai?
Bagaimana nih menurut Bung Marcel permainan dari
Menurut saya Paper Rex sangat bermain lebih bagus seperti ini. Bisa dilihat Jing mendapatkan opening kill walaupun Davai agak overextend. Dan mereka mengetahui bahwa 3 ada di mid sekarang dan mungkin mereka akan mulai bermain dari formasi ini ya. Jing mendapatkan satu lagi, dia mendapatkan overkill.
Kacau nge-live adik-adik.
Liatin itu dong.
Mindfreak mendapat
ente hampir. Aduh.
Berarti bahwa mainan udah ada ya, makanya Benkai sekarang mulai
dapat.
Waduh.
Mid. Terus kan masih meng-hold B dengan op.
Perasaan disuruh analis dan bukan
mengetahui bahwa
oh iya.
Analis gua lebih keren kan?
Enggak sih sama aja.
Songce mengetahui bahwa tadi ada satu bilang itu semua.
Nice. Aduh. Ada belakang ada orang, tenang. For second ya Allah.
Chill Benkai. Lu ada
cyber cake gak tuh? Jadi kue ulang tahun gitu anjir. Dia dapat infonya spek di situ.
Oke.
Nice.
Malu
Aduh.
Disrespect.
Lama tuh.
Apakah Cypher ini dari nggak jadi deh.
Apa lagi? Ada aja tuh, lihat tuh.
Drag jokes aku maaf.
Mantap sekali ya permainan.
Bagaimana nih untuk red kill terlihat bahwa Forsaken ini tidak menyala ya menggunakan OP ya. Emang Jagib ngomong ya?
Nguap dia.
Nyabun ini.
Gip, lu harus minum apa gitu?
Mati dong.
There's no kills to be found. That does not give Jing the escape mechanism that he was looking for. It was the flash haunt combo. Yeah. EDG love using that. It's such a great combination.
Ya Allah.
Being played by nobody. Device
Enggak timing itu dapat enggak ada ngedodge itu sih.
Ngedos dia.
Ini layoutnya baru lagi ya.
Ya Allah, apa sih?
No.
What a pick by nobody.
Giliran pakai
Gotta shut that guy down so the trader doesn't take him. The setup is being
Kenapa dah?
taken. Operator, cloud burst. There is just ever so slightly it is there and he just
kelihatan anjing.
that is enough. Forsaken was missing a lot of those options.
Dua induk cencak
One pull up in the operator. Rolling Thunder pushes the back. Paranoia up top. Maybe they heard him. Up into heaven there. Even the aftershock. Jump in, hop in, around the corner. Stay safe for the time being because they know that the time pressure right now is on paper. You can see them jump.
What the?
Kepala, Cuk.
Apaan dah?
Apa sih?
Apaan dah?
Jelasnya kayak dia ya.
Jelas kayak jago.
Nggak jelas kayak dapat.
So, not an enormous amount of
Udah
value,
nggak,
but
udah
they're getting there.
ritmenya udah mati itu, jangan dilanjutin. Iya makanya.
Like I said earlier, they're not the team that plays for them.
Kok jadi jet div gini ya?
The least out of all of our teams at champions. They want to fight you aggressively and stop the spike
Itu
going
ulti ya maksudnya si Jing sama Bengkai itu ya.
Iya ya.
If EDG can get this final round on
Ini udah ada live aduin sama belum?
Ya Allah, aduh Tuhan nih.
Gila lainnya. Jangan keluar.
Mati dong. Dicek lu, niat banget lu.
No, pure discipline in play, but now they have to deal with Jing. This guy looking like a final boss. AC-130 from above for
Aduh, kenapa? Aduh, sayang banget.
Deal with him in the end. That's
75
that fifth round of Edward Gaming.
Bagaimana tadi bangun
That's
Marcel
the
ini?
one that saves the half, that makes it look doable. EDG should have been at a disadvantage in this map.
Iya kan gua repot.
Ini loh anjir, dapet loh.
Pancing-pancingin doang ke Marcel.
Dia ini ya? Di bawah gitu anjir.
Sumpah
Monitornya di bawah, Cok.
Kan anjing.
Cium anjir monitor.
Ini udah dapet itu belum? Dapet gun body atau apa gitu?
Gak tahu deh.
Gun body apa?
Udah.
Thank you very much, Bren. And a sideshow. I can watch these two teams play all day, Achilles, but Paper X, they came out on top as we expected.
Yeah, I mean, so far, it's looking pretty good for them right now. They have a slight little lead. Things got off to a really rocky start for EDG, and then they started to find a little bit of stability, but you can see how close those rounds were. I mean, from the outset,
Tinggal tidur aja.
I clamp down, and Benkai just cheekily sits there and diffuses it.
Yeah,
you know, walks up right to the smoke. They just couldn't quite get him with those pistols in range, and from there, that was a really rocky start, but they were able to drag this back. This was looking like it was going to be a much more one-sided affair going into it.
Yeah, let's talk about Mind Freak. Brennan and Sideshow mentioned
Udah nggak live anjir.
Mind Freak really made his name at Copenhagen. He was having a great tournament.
Gak ada paket dia deh.
Continuing here so far as well, Achilles.
Yeah, he's just been incredible. When you get him down to like a clutch scenario, you can very much rely on him. But his decision-making moment over moment is fantastic, which is something that you really need when you have somebody who's playing like an ass.
Yeah, and
I think his style of play has had to be very
Tadi
particular
map
based off the
tadi map
composition that was
1
brought out.
tipis ya atau
Like the
gimana?
casters were mentioning, for Paper X, their retakes
Ente,
are really,
ente
really
banget
good.
lah.
With this composition, you're kind of losing out on that big initiator
Kan
retake
sempat
potential. So
5-0
you
ya
have to
kalau
be
nggak salah.
fighting on site. They have that delay factor with the smokes and with Benkai, but Mindfreak
Itu
really
mospek
often was
Zoe yang ada namanya itu.
of rotation to aid in holding things down. But as we look ahead to that second half of play, I'm expecting another change up. Normally for Ziggs,
jadi pengen mamanya.
he's lurking, he's getting slower on this map. I
Apa
think
itu?
that'll have to be Benkai, and we get just a
Tahu, tahu,
crazy
tahu.
double entry duo
Ini
with that
double
Jet and that
elimination
Rain. We'll
kan?
have to see how EDG can
Monitornya kenapa nggak pakai ini ya? Benki ya? Bukan Lenovo. Tulisannya Lenovo tadi anjir.
Beautiful setup here heading into the second half now. Open game of champions. What a way to really set things off.
Tulisannya Lenovo soalnya pas si Jing ganti ini setting.
Kan sponsornya Lenovo. Iklannya kan Lenovo mulu.
Emang sponsor ya? Ada sponsor Lenovo?
Zoe
Zoe ya?
Itu pas iklan kan laptop monitor Lenovo mulu.
Nggak tahu tuh. Terus Zoe apa ya?
Zoe
Iya yang kemarin Zoe.
Zoe itu mayat hidup Zoe.
Zombie kocak. Ya Allah. Nice.
Anjir, mantap
dapat.
For a second beli seri anjing di pistol kan di di champion anjir bukan kompetitif.
Selalu itu dari tadi.
Bener sih, kadang gampang soalnya kan cuma 2 body shot.
Iya.
Dapat lagi. Wih. Nice. Gak mungkin lah kalah lah. Gak ditanya langkah lagi. Nanya apa? Emang gua nanya apa dok? Tai ini dok.
Tahu lu dok.
Dok nih bisa aja dok nih.
Tapi bukan itu ya yang biasa main chamber tuh yang OP ya. Waktu pas LCQ sakit parah si Zemik siapa bacanya
Kangkang. Wah 3 anjir C-nya. Bisa tahu loh dia. Waduh kena nih. Nice. Waduh. Nice Jing. Nice entry. Bisa sendiri dia, kelihatan dong.
And these kind of maps are so difficult when you lose both of the pistol rounds and the first one in such heartbreaking fashion.
Ya Allah.
Bisa gitu loh.
Bisa loh.
Kalau kita nembak jumper gitu kan nanya wall.
Main Fortnite.
Anjir lah.
110 wall anjir. Lu makan aja.
Kena refleks ya dari tadi ya.
Utilizing all the space that Forsaken makes for him too. Jing and Forsaken work as such a duo trading out for each other. It's crazy.
Sekarang monitor paling tinggi apa sih? 240 ya?
Paling tinggi itu monitor di
Oke. Mau lucu dia.
Lagi orang tua ya.
Jokesnya bawa bapak banget aja.
Monitor paling tinggi tuh monitor di jadi
di mana?
Enggak.
Lu lihat Benkai tuh di base anjir.
Gitu nahannya. Dan nggak ada cuk, nggak ada
yang ke belakang anjir.
Kelamaan nih
Iya.
santai Benkai sih.
Arun nih.
Just causing a slight sight line. The timing is so good and a flick of the wrist from Mind Freak. Only the Spectre left down to it, the pressure, the time.
Untung 2.
Bonus saya.
Nah lo,
He's just got a smoke
overthinking
that.
lo.
That could be the answer.
Overthinking
There's no
lo.
time cues though. There's no time at all to work with.
Pergi dia.
Opposite just saved the rifle.
Saving dia anjir.
Play for now. Benkai's done his job. And that is heartbreaking. When you get to that spot and you realize
Saving adik-adik.
the smart decision to escape.
Anjir.
You feel like you're condemning your team.
10-5 nih. Diam dulu, ngejinx dulu anjir nih orang.
Tough spot to come back from.
Harusnya sih ya.
And I think while playing retake can be a pretty decent
lawannya
idea,
siapa ya?
you've got to be able to.
Liquid lawan ini nggak sih? Furia apa
When you're playing a jet on the retake, that's not something that people
Leviathan, Liquid sih.
plays with the fake comps. But when you're running the jet, you can smoke on top of default, you can dash onto it with a paranoia. There are more
Kru udah nggak ada ini ya? Udah nggak ada siapa tuh? Musuh masyarakat ini.
Siapa Bani?
Bani.
Smoggy's been so good so far in this match. I sometimes find myself just forgetting that he's not
Time out tiempo muerto.
just reiterating that point.
Senci naun.
Indonesia-nya mana ya? Ada kan? Ada.
Indonesia.
Soalnya master kemarin ada aja.
Iya. Ini pas ada live audiensnya pas playoff atau gimana?
Iya playoff. Soalnya nggak mungkin nggak ada aja. Indonesia berapa orang tuh?
Double elimination berarti upper sama lower kan lolos?
Iya. Memakai kacamata begitu.
Tadi si Benkai cosplay apa?
Cosplay ini es krim Turki.
Oh.
Tukang es krim Turki. Itu pinjem kali ya?
Itu disediain anjir sama propnya.
Oh ya. Nyari sendiri harus. Oh anjir forsek.
Gila cok.
Waduh lagi dapet nih. Gokil nih. Kalau gini nih. SK.
S gua klip S.
Popping the knives, why not? Sure, confidence is there. Even a trailblazer, they want to set him up.
Naik dong dia.
It's all about it, isn't it?
Ya Allah. Anjir.
Gak apa-apa gua.
Enggak.
Sedih.
Sedih sih anjir.
Merenung. Wah, emosi
Nggak,
tuh dia.
tapi
ngambek.
Tapi bukan masalah dicuri sih. Bisa mati kan?
Iya.
Mending dapat flawless. Iya. Mendingan dapat flawless kan.
Tapi ini gila. Wah.
Itu gila sih anjir. Ini loh anjir. Wah, itu ente banget sih.
Ya kesel dia.
JJ. Nggak dapet jatah tuh.
Sama kayak pemain bola paling ya kalau ada ES bah.
Tuh, udah kayak Red anjir. Kenapa sih jumping anjir? Jumpingnya jauh banget lagi. Tuh. Iya lebar banget.
Jufa cek BM Jufa.
Kerja.
Ya Allah tuh. Temen sendiri tuh di flash.
EU flash.
Aduh. Aduh. Ente. Gak mungkin sih ketahan 11.
Kalau di champion ini udah ada bundle champion yang baru belum?
Udah.
Udah ada yang pakai.
Udah Phantom.
Iya udah ada yang pakai.
Tapi nggak ada yang pakai ya? Nggak enak berarti.
Belum ada yang pakai.
Berarti nggak enak. Tapi emang kurang sih Phantom ini.
Kemarin bilang bagus.
Enggak, gue bilang prime yang bagus, kocak. Bagusan prime-nya, bagusan prime anjir.
Depan banget nggak tegas.
Ada Bang Siput. Akhirnya Bang Siput datang.
Gimana nih? Setuju nggak Bang Siput?
Halo Bang Siput.
Aduh. Woi. Rame gitu anjir.
Bang Siput.
Tuh ada aja.
Tagih gitu bangsat.
Hah? Tiba-tiba McD. Lah iya. Nggak ada ahlak dia.
Tahan jadi 11 ya mah. Tahan.
Masa ketahan 11 sih anjir. Ente kan?
Kalau muka jangan ngomong gitu.
Ya diem.
Mungkin ini mah EDG menang 13-11.
Iya, EDG menang.
Menang nih EDG nih, ayo. EDG menang yuk, let's go EDG.
Kalian bukan
EDG Gaming ya. Aduh ketahan nih.
Lu ngecing. Iya justru kan gue ngomong EDG menang kok.
Ya Allah. Wah EDG menang kan?
Ada HT-nya enggak? Ada HT-nya enggak?
Aduh. Itu loh masih dapat aja loh dia.
To reinforce Kankang's position and then reinforce Smoggy's position, anchoring A towards the end.
Lawakan lu tua banget referensinya anjir.
At this point, if you're Paper X, you cannot allow your opponents to get back into this one. You have a sizable lead.
Repot lagi. Terakhir ya?
Time out. Tiempo muerto. Cincin nah.
Paper X have been doing a decent job, I think, of using utility to try and clear them out of the angles that he's often been holding. The trouble is the guy just disrespects it.
Yeah. And that's the same thing that Forsaken and Jing are going to do themselves. And that, I think, is why so many people have been talking about comparisons and similarities between these two teams, because Kankang plays in a crazy, aggressive manner, and that is only really replicated by Forsaken and Jing out of all of our players and champions.
A lot of players themselves would argue against that in terms of the similarities. They both play fast, aggressive playstyles, don't get me wrong, but personally,
udah habis ya time out-nya. Last time out nih. Let's go. Tidak, thank you. Kemana Lala?
Ada Lala di mana?
Di ini, di live. Gua live.
Ayo deh, bentar gue ke situ.
Aduh, kok di-push gitu mid-nya anjir.
Berani gini ya.
Wah, kongkong dapat bahaya sih.
There is a cam. Triple push, but now the Nightfall, they want to try and fight this one, but the Nightfall is not catching onto anyone.
Oh, nice.
Being taken, that's Mind Freak all the way to the back. The angle is watched.
Ini mah EDG menang nih, gue 3v5.
Iya sih, harusnya menang sih. Ada orang tuh. Tajam gini ya.
Great amounts of discipline. Still though, you don't want to lose your grip on this round. Not when it was handed to you. A slight
Geli-geli manja, jago.
But now this late lurk that's coming through is everything from Mind Freak. He needs to get value out of this one.
Ya, masuk dia.
Just the cape, but he knows the players are pushing up. It's down now.
Nunggu Aron gak sih? Ya, nice. Iya.
Hanya di info. Oh iya lupa musuh ada Mind Freak.
Keren anjir.
WH itu WH.
Buka lagi ini EDG. Menang EDG nih, lihat nih Hamsin.
I've only been impressed with what I've seen from this Chinese team. Their first.
Oh,
kayaknya udah kebaso aja.
Bingung dia udah tuh.
Kaget aja.
Jagib ngapain Jagib?
Mau dimsam dia dimsam aja.
Nice kamera.
That's what he's going to be doing quite a lot here, just controlling the flanks, controlling the aggression, using Benkai's cam.
This is a aggressive though. It's double op setup here that EDG are running. And I don't think Paper X have enough utility to be able to push both operators away.
Itu punya Sky.
They've just got to hope that Kangkang remains static over here on Sink.
Anjir lah.
Kangkang starts roaming around as well as Smoggy.
Kemana itu Sky? Camnya kemana-mana ya.
Just being used to clear close, but not really expecting. I think that the players could be there. And still.
Ketahuan gak sih? Aduh. Nice. Makan tuh.
Smoggy was just obviously unaware in terms of which way he should place that crosshair placement, but now we're seeing a B hit. This hasn't been done much by Paper X on our attack sides, but
menang EDG ini
the
sih.
final blow, that killing blow that they need to take the series.
Skemanya gitu ya, memuji biar kalah.
Iya, tuh kan nggak bisa ngeplan kan, menang ini EDG anjing. Kers.
Lihatin Cicol ya, kill 5.
Aduh, geli anjir. Aduh, anjir bisa gitu loh.
Why not? Wide swing from Jing to return fire from an opposite side of the map, but now with that cosmic divide split across, they know that the play is happening over towards A.
There's a rolling thunder here that should just block.
Aduh, nggak bisa ngeplan dong.
Not gonna be able to get this one off.
Aduh.
Flash over the top. That's gonna be Jing finding it, but they still need to get the spike down, and they've just about stuck it. But now they deny it.
Nanti udah.
Siapa tadi yang bilang?
Swing from Jing can't get the second.
Tai ini Kangkang nih.
Kangkang peeked that at the end as well, Brett.
He could have thrown it. He could have thrown it.
They denied the plan, and he goes for.
He could have thrown it.
Liu Kang anjir ini. Liu Kang.
That is just kind of absurd, but that kill itself is bonkers too. Paper X trying something different this attack round, where they faked a push towards B, and they tried to get Forsaken lurking the same way he does when he plays Chamber, but Forsaken got picked off. The Astral ended up being useless. And EDG able to hold on as the time went down low, especially with Mindfreak's lurk getting caught as well. Both lurks failing from Paper X in that round.
Plotusnya menang Christine.
Aggressive play from Edu Gaming down into mid, but they don't gain too much space off of it. In fact,
Loh, kemana tuh Lele tuh?
Fast approach. Aggression is the name of the game, and a flash over the top. How long just left? Like a sitting
down. Makan tuh.
Relentless with the play. The Blaze Storm in his hands.
Drifty adik-adik.
Gak perlu senjata kah adik-adik?
Ayo, ending battle nih, ending battle.
No need Vandal to win, bro.
Smoggy with Bladestorm of his own.
Ayo, ending battle kah adik-adik?
Lihat astranya masih di B tuh.
It's a brutal crossfire. Breaks it with the
GG Kak Kangkang. Waduh anjir. Ah, nice. Nice bro. Menang anjir lawan EDG anjir. Nice bro. Rambut Davai bagus juga ya. Jadi pengen. Ya gue pengen rambut gitu antara. Keren ya.
Kalian mau klarifikasi.
Lihat muka coachnya anjir. Bete anjir.
Lu mainnya bener goblok gitu.
The best in Asia kak. Udah kalah EDG udah.
Lebih ke tanggal ya bukan koniknya ya.
Lebih persija sih. Parah banget. IDC-nya BWL nggak ada yang dukung BWL, nggak ada akhlaknya emang orang-orang ini loh.
Ya mau didukung kemana anjir?
Pro player watch party dong.
Orang watch party gitu.
Final apa? Final turu.
GG.
Also, one of the other factors to consider here, life is normally the player that is the tip of the spear.
Nice kamu deh.
Nice. Anjas.
Aaron lihat.
Woi, gokil. Hello man katanya.
Ya, belajar lagi aja lah.
Yang banyak baca.
Tuh, cool banget anjir Aaron anjir, ngomong anjir.
Santai aja belajar lagi aja.
Getting the W in the column as predicted.
because
every time they've been turning up to these global events, they
Tanya
just get better.
lah sama orang IDG.
Nggak ada fotonya. Oh, bukan playoff ya.
Banyakin makan
Still being
keluar.
tested. I think it showcased as well. A lot of people saying that this group that they're in.
Makan dimsum juga loh, ayo.
The fact that you can't, you know,
Oh, fotonya di situ.
every step of the way. There are no easy opponents.
You talk about high caliber competition.
Wih, cool banget tuh Aaron tuh, lihat tuh, ajas.
Other side. The other teams that PaperX and EDG are going to be playing against.
Beda sendiri Aaron.
Aaron lo beda sendiri tangannya.
Aaron sih paling beda.
Beda.
And that APAC rivalry.
Malu dia anjing.
There's gonna be
Ngapain sih anak-anak?
There just has to be.
Aaron malu.
The APAC scene has been going
Apaan sih?
Apa sih?
over the course of
Apa sih like gitu?
Lu so asik bangsat.
Dulu ya, oke. Thank you.
And matches like this are special to watch because the players
Bubar.
MVP siapa woi? Gak ada yang mau vote tuh.
Onik Heaven-nya sama Bu kemarin menang siapa?
Onik lawan Boom ya?
Who would I go for in this one? I think Jing's monster performance in the final map definitely takes it above and beyond to a degree as well. I mean, yeah,
Yuk kita nonton streamer
Ipu. Mindfreak had some amazing moments as well, but yeah, it just
udah live lagi dia.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted to go towards Mindfreak actually because he's one of those players where I wasn't sure what we were going to get at Champions.
Dan nggak punya paket dia
kayaknya. Timer.
Okay, that's going to do it for match number 1 in the day, but it doesn't end just yet. We're going to go to a short break. Alice-esque with all the action, of course, and setting up that critical.
Satunya kita tato baru anjing.
In the day, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.
Ini ngapain adik-adik?
Ngeri gini sahabatannya Wilson anjir 100 juta lebih.
Apa kabar Rusman?
Iya, 200 ya. Ke 300.
Donaturnya Rusman di
Kita ngapain adik-adik? Kalian mau main kah?
Billingnya semahal itu aja bisa berhari-hari.
Masih lama ya?
Tapi watch party yang paling gede tuh si Devin ya anjir 2K yang nonton ngeri.
Gue nggak tahu Devin malah siapa.
Devin yang biasanya main itu sama si Bang Kaco.
Yang main sama Kaco.
Iya enggak maksudnya dia siapa gue nggak tahu.
Memang streamer dari dulu.
Circle-nya manca.
Udah mau main kah adik-adik?
Telur.
Gue login dulu. Ekspor. Ayo render. Banyakin tuh.
Tim liquid.
Berikut.
Render
asik nonton.
Menang siapa sih?
Leviathan.
Menang siapa?
Kurang.
Skip gak kenal.
Kurang.
Leviathan gak sih?
Tergantung sih. Kalau scrimnya hidup mah.
Iya.
Ya bisa aja.
Jiwanya di script kayaknya.
Iya, jiwanya
iya.
Yang main cuma Vera doang. Vera.
Kakaknya siapa?
Nggak tahu deh. Kakaknya Marcel katanya.
Apa?
Es krim.
Ya.
Es krim bro.
Gua itu
Apa?
Gua ada
Siapa?
script guys.
Oh iya.
Sorry baru ngasih tahu kali kan.
Oke, nggak apa-apa.
Bagaimana nih pendapat Anda untuk match yang tadi, Bung Arsal?
Iya. Saat-saat game yang bagus ya dari PaperX ini ya. Walaupun sebenarnya ada yang tidak bisa dipungkiri bahwa mereka tuh sangat-sangat skillful lah. Mereka memiliki penembak yang sangat bagus, mereka tajam. Tetapi hari ini PRX memang
Lo bikin skrip siapa? Komentator bola anjir.
Udah kayak sidang anjir.
Iya.
Bagaimana penampilan Forsaken yang baru menyala di akhir?
Di bab 1.
Sayangnya dia belum warm up ya. Ini kan masih game pertama, masih jitter, masih mungkin kena jet lag.
Jet lag udah berapa lama aja di sana?
Forsaken akan semakin wow.
Di depan.
Semakin
kayak
wow. Semakin di depan gue.
Semakin lama match ini berlangsung. Semakin banyak.
Oke, terima kasih.
Semakin
Udah.
Semakin di depan.
Lagi. Gak ada tuh yang kena tuh.
Receh banget anjing ngentot.
Lu gitu juga ketawa.
Bang, receh banget anjing. Lu tanggepin lagi.
Siapa satu?
Gua tau lembing anjing. Receh is life.
Lagi ada itu ada.
Apa?
Lala masih di live chat lo.
Nggak tahu. Kenapa itu?
Kebanyakan aja baru pulang orang.
Jelek ini.
Gue mau nonton Banggil di mana? Ya iyalah itu kok.
Banyak bangsat.
Cari aja bang.
Mending semua tuh. Jelek ini Phantom. Kenapa itu?
Ya jabatan, nah.
Kenapa? McD makan. Sayang kau sama duit.
Lagi buat diri sendiri.
Nggak iya. Orang lu kan lu yang nikmatin sendiri. Ngapain saya ngomong?
Love yourself.
Ya,
Before
sebentar
love
kali.
each other.
Info sebelah.
Hilang streamnya.
Apa?
Menipu.
Apa hilang? Emang hilang? Kok hilang?
Iya. Yang di Discord.
Bentar. Lagi main Valo soalnya tadi.
Kenapa jadi Marshall nih?
Parah banget sih tadi yang ngapain stream.
Bacot itu.
Lagi nonton ini.
Tuh, gue di stream tai. Before second aja MVP.
Really close. I think this might be the closest poll I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the thing that really started convincing people was that near ace that got taken away by Jing, which is probably why they put Jing on the bottom, because it never feels good to have aces stolen away from you. But I mean, he had an explosive performance there on Haven in particular. I still, in my heart, was going for Mind Freak though.
Yeah, Forsaken was really good. I think I probably would have voted for him just because from those just really explosive plays that we saw this guy, whether it was a chamber or flexing onto a different role, he was solid. He's known for kind of finding some of that flexibility and showed it here.
I mean, I know you have some concerns given that, like you said, the substitute situation with EDG, but Paper Rex, though, is still showing that they're a strong team because EDG are a great team. They showed that. And the fact that Paper Rex were able to come back after that performance on Icebox, I think, says a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, whenever you suffer a heavy loss like they did on Icebox, a map that they themselves had selected, that can really knock you back when it comes down to your mental state. But Paper X have shown time and time again that they are not really a team that gets affected by these types of things, by these losses. They are able to just refocus going into the next map, kind of wiping the slate clean, and then continue to perform at their highest level. And that was shown here today.
Yeah, and I think that they get stomped out on Icebox, and then they come into this one, and they're like kind of memeing around, using Popping Blade Storm to hunt for an ace. They're having fun. They always are. This team is really good at the recovery. It's why they've been a contender for the championship in so many of these international events.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens for the rest of this group. Obviously, we have another match coming up in a little bit. But this group is looking, I mean, Josh and Brent said it was a group of death. Do you guys feel that now you've seen the two teams play already?
I think EDG is looking better than most people expected them